Hello, friends and enemies, humans and androids alike, and welcome to Girls Run These Worlds. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Destroyer of Worlds Alien. And what an episode you've come to. My name is Fiona. I use she, her pronouns, and I have the incredible honor and the privilege for being the game mother for this campaign and for this incredible cast of folks. Now, before I ask our wonderful cast to introduce themselves, let me tell you a little bit more about Alien and what this stream is about at the top of the session. So Alien is published by Free League. I know you've heard this all before, but it's just nice to keep going about it. All the usuals. They're known for some absolutely cracking tabletop RPGs such as Tales from the Loop, Vaesen, Forbidden Lands, Coriolis, Dragonbane, and of course The Walking Dead, which is coming out, and many, many more besides. I'm a massive fan of their games, and I'm a massive fan of franchises like Alien because I do like my horror, I do like my sci-fi, and why not combine the two and scare everyone on the stream? As always, if you enjoy watching this game and you want to try out Alien for yourself, we're going to drop a link in the chat where you could get it. And of course, a massive thank you to Free League for sponsoring this stream. Now, with all that in mind, obviously the world of Alien is incredibly bleak and a dark place with a lot of focus on mature themes such as, horror, violence, and a little bit of death as well. I'll just throw those in, all the good stuff. And as always, with campaigns that we run here at Girls Run These Worlds, the cast and I have had our session 0, we've gone over our lines and veils, and we have our safety tools in effect. Now, however, I do want us to just talk to you, our wonderful viewers out there, those people who come back week after week to see me kindly torture my players a little bit. I just want to give you a full permission. Oh, sorry. There seems to be a race going on outside of it. Oh, I hope they win. I will give you full permission to keep yourselves safe and take a break from the stream, from watching the story, should you need it. As I always say, you are more important than the rolls on the table or even the motorbikes outside the door. Now, what was I going to say? Finally, this sort of scenario we're using for this series is called Destroyer of Worlds. It's the second cinematic scenario written by Andrew E.C. Gasker in the 26th Draconis arc. And I would just ask those folks who have run this or played through this scenario just to be a bit mindful about not putting spoilers in the chat and keeping the secrets till after the stream ends. Because if you do put spoilers in this chat and you're a bit of an arse, I can't guarantee your safety or even the safety of the Marines either. And, that kind of sucks, really, isn't it? Like, Xenomorph falls, everyone dies, so to speak. But as always, they and you have my sympathies. Now we're going to introduce ourselves. Unfortunately, our Captain Silver has had some connection issues for tonight's stream, so they currently cannot join us. Abigail is not here, but obviously we hope that maybe they'll turn up and come and maybe save the day at a crucial point. Who knows? They are the leader after all. But just to say that we do miss you and we do miss her, but they are not here today. So we're going to get the cast to introduce ourselves, though, starting, because normally we'd start with our captain. So we're going to skip over our captain to Sharmony. And so what I'd like, before you do anything, name, pronouns, character job, and of course the icebreaker question, which is, what would be your sci-fi weapon of choice if going into combat? So that's for everyone. And of course, Sharmony, please take it away for us, please.
Hello there. My name is Sharmony. I use she, her pronouns. So does Dante. Dante's the person I'm playing. They like guns and explosions. And oh yeah, okay. A weapon, like you said, weapon. You said combat, and I'm still just gonna say a sonic screwdriver, and just lean into that whole loosely anti-gun stance. Apart from when River turns up and she's like, "Hey, sweetie, I'm really badass and I have a gun." And he's like, "Oh, all right then."
I mean, they're great at disabling things, so I'm always up for a sonic screwdriver. So all good.
It always seems to work.
Always seems to work. Just can't work on wood. Next up, though, is Jill. Jill, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jill, also known as Ghosty JK on most social media. I will be playing Private Hammer using she, they pronouns, an artificial womb soldier. And I thought about this. I couldn't. My first thought was lightsaber, but I know I would cut a limb off. So I'm going to go for the very much obviously safer route and go the monowire from Cyberpunk.
Ooh, ooh, very cool, very close, like that. Next up is Humalu.
Yes, hi, I'm Hamalu on the internet. I use she, they pronouns. I'm bringing to you Roach Mason, who is our gunnery sergeant, who also really likes guns. And they're hoping not a round two, essentially. You know, you lose one whole squad of Marines to xenomorphs. Really don't want it to happen again. It's fine, don't worry about it. As for me and guns, I would like to think I had the strength and skill to pull off a Black Widow from the Mass Effect series, because the sound that gun makes when you shoot a shot is very entertaining. But I think I would have a lot more fun with the alien blaster pistol from Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Because it make a pew pew, and I really like retrofuturism. Like, it's just a lot of fun. So yeah, I think I'd go for that.
Fantastic, thank you. And then last but by no means least, it's Emily.
That's me. I'm Emily. I use she, her, and they, them pronouns. I am playing Chaplin, the medic-loving android who couldn't hurt someone even if they wanted to, because robots can't hurt people. They're not allowed to. Totally. And if I my sci-fi weapon of choice, I'm gonna go full hubris, full I got this, and go with a lightsaber. I'm gonna pretend that my martial arts training and my connection, obviously, more importantly, my connection with the Force, would prevent me from slicing anyone other than myself. I mean, wait, anyone that I said that wrong. That's maybe not a lightsaber. Maybe words. Maybe I use words to end conflicts before they begin. That's my new answer.
Cool. So you could use the voice then from June. You could use that sort of like that magic to manipulate people. Perhaps.
Yes.
There you go. Of course, I always forget to answer, so I'm going to give my answer right now. I agree. I don't know what weapon I would pick. I think I seem to remember there is a Borderland weapon, a sword from the Borderland games, where as you do it, it goes ow every time you use it. So that will probably be the weapon of choice I use. I'm like ow, 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 just as I'm trying to desperately get through the combat. But thank you, my wonderful Marines. What a fine unit we have here. Obviously missing our captain. So as we did discuss off stream, they're gonna have to make their own decisions. Oh no. Consequences. Before we start our story, let's quickly talk about the main game mechanic you're going to see coming up in Alien today. So when one of our Marines wants to do something and there's like a tiny little bit of risk, I'm going to ask them to describe what they are doing and then ask them to roll a skill check that combines one of their attributes and one of a related skill. By adding their levels in the attribute and skill, that will create a dice pool of d6s, and these are known as the base dice. In most situations, all they need to do is roll 1/6 to succeed on the task at question. It's really simple. They've done it already. It's very impressive. But however, life on the cutting edge of space is pretty brutal at times, and this is where the stress mechanic comes in. So when making these skill rolls, the characters will also have to add a number of d6s called stress dice to the dice pool as well, equal to their current stress level. So if they're rolling, let's say a strength close combat, don't know why, and their base dice in total is 5, but they're a bit stressed as well, so maybe level 3 stress, they're going to add an extra 3 dice to that pool as well. The only thing is, if they rolled a 1 on one of their stress dice, well, things get worrisome. There's a little bit of panicking that goes on, which can go quite south quite quickly. So naturally, as you can imagine, the more stressed a character is, the more chance they have at succeeding at several things, like shooting things. But also there's a chance that they could fail with very bad consequences, and we like good consequences here. The other thing as well, players can push their rolls, so grabbing any dice that doesn't show a success and re-roll them. But this is not without risk, however, as pushing a roll increases the character's current stress level by 1, and they must include that new stress dice in the pushed roll. They can only push their skill rolls once, unless they have a talent that says otherwise, and they can push any skill rolls, except any roll that already contains a 1 on the stress dice, or a death roll. That's it. The final thing I want to add, well, one of the final things I want to add is that our android character, yes, we do have an android. Who could it be? They operate under slightly different rules, as we've already seen. Due to their programming, they do not get stressed, they don't panic under pressure, but they cannot push the roles either. The final bit I want to mention is one of the more unique elements of Alien, their personal agendas. This cinematic scenario is split up into 3 acts, and for each act, our character has a secret agenda. A secret agenda, which they're not bound to carry out at all, but if they do, at the end of each act, I will reward them with a story point in which they can spend for 1 automatic success on a die roll. Okay, so that's all the main admin out of the way. Are we ready, my team of Marines, to do the recap and go into Alien, Destroyer Worlds, credits roll?
No.
Too late, the credits have rolled. We find our Marines on the United America's refining and refueling station on the frozen moon of Aryarchus in the Kruger 60 system. This moon, as we've already discussed, has been a major refinery and exporter of petroleum fuels for nearly a century, with its oil production and space elevator reaching into orbit from the ground. The ongoing oil wars between the United Americas, the Free World Empires, and the Union of Progressive Peoples, or UPP, facing down each other over these scarce oil resources, have left quite a mark on the population in terms of mood and loyalty, leading Aryarchus to become a hotbed of insurgency. Just 1 week ago, the political tensions had risen quite substantially as the UPP had annexed the nearby 61 Sydney system and all the communications with a sort of twin colony, LV-038, 38, there you go, as so as these colonies, was completely lost. Following this, there was an emergency evacuation of the whole colony of Aryarchus, but that has been stopped in the early hours until Fort Nebraska commanding officer Colonel Myers says otherwise. It is suspended until further notice. Our Marines make up Charlie Team, a unit handpicked by Major Hatfield from the infamous Sin Eaters team, who have been picked for a special Moonside mission. It's very simple. They have to track down 4 missing Marines: Wojciech, Carvalho, Reese, and Wright, who are all in possession of some top secret intelligence that cannot fall into the wrong hands. They must get them, confirm their identities and the identities of those people that the intelligence may have been passed on to, and bring them in. But of course, as the end of every mission briefing has always said, deadly force has been authorized. So after our Charlie team has reached San Rocco Medical Facility, Charlie team had discovered that one of their missing Marines had been checked in there, Carvalho, and they were about to undergo some surgery to remove an unidentified organism from his chest. The doctor on shift, Dr. Litvin, had confirmed that both Carvalho and another Marine, Wojciech, had checked into the facility in the early hours, but Wojciech had disappeared after her bloods were taken. When Litvin had scanned the creature growing inside the remaining Marine's chest, Carvalho had feverishly begged them to remove it without informing the base. Whilst recounting these events, Wojciech's scans and blood work came back in, squirming with unidentified microorganisms that were evolving at an alarming rate. The scan also revealed that Wojciech appeared to have something growing at the back of her throat. One would almost say like the venom snacks that you venom sacs, not snacks. Don't eat the venom snacks. The venom sacs that a snake would have where her tonsils should be. Meanwhile, after a heart-to-heart, Roach and Chaplin saw the emergency bell go off in one of the recovery room bays, and joining up with Hammer and Dante, proceeded to check the room. The team were greeted by the sound of a steady flatline as one of the patients in the room had succumbed to a heart attack. Chaplin successfully resuscitated them, but the second patient, Fernando, suddenly panicked and held the medtech hostage. It transpired that Fernando was an insurgent, believing that Charlie team had come to pick him up and wouldn't go down without a fight. After some quick thinking, de-escalation of the scene, and negotiation, it was discovered that Fernando worked for Emery Botus, the leader of the insurgents, who were looking to pick up defecting Marines and hand them over to the UPP at a certain location. Meanwhile, Carvalho had started to wake up prior to the surgery with an intense pain in their chest, muttering and mumbling how they would never get to the oil refinery in the Northern District, how it was all too late, how he didn't want to die. Not like this. He blamed Colonel Myers for infecting him and the other missing colleagues with those things, and how he'd wished he'd never heard of the name Project Life Force in the first place. Despite Captain Silver's best efforts, Carvello essentially DIY'd his own extraction, cutting open his chest and pulling out the creature, killing himself in the process. Charlie team gathered once more to discuss their options and agreed to go check out the oil refinery and seeing who was waiting for a special delivery. Chaplin needed to repair itself and required some downtime, in which they sent off an encrypted message to Colonel Myers reporting on their progress in eliminating xenomorphic materials. Hammer and Dante did their own very special Space Marine version of Finders Keepers, turning over a lot of bays for equipment and medical supplies. And if you don't know what Finders Keepers is, the TV show, you are far too young to be watching this stream, so you need to go to bed right now. Finally, though, oh no! Before heading out the oil fields, Captain Silver checked in with Major Hatfield to report on their progress, deliberately missing out certain bits of vital information. But after ending the call, Captain Silver received a different kind of cold caller, one Mallory Eckford, who claimed to be from Weyland-Yutani, and who wanted to make a deal for those final two missing Marines of Wojciech and Wright. If the team managed to contain the Marines, Eckford would send her dog catchers to retrieve them, and no more need be said about it. So, we have finally arrived at the old refinery at the oil fields, following that insurgent signal. And after sort of parking the car, maybe Iona has done the 3-point turn already, just in case to leave. Our team, after sort of heading out and looking over a snow bank, have discovered that they are not the only ones here. In the oil refinery, there is a warehouse. And seeing there's not only insurgents huddling around various campfires in metal drums, but it also seems that the UPP have arrived, with firelight bouncing off their insignia and their armor underneath civilian clothing. Yes, Dante.
Remind me of the difference between insurgents and UPP.
Of course. So the insurgents are people who are already here. They are the ones that were trying to leave and are rebelling against the United Americas who have control of this moon. The UPP are like a third power
force.
Yes, so they should not be here at all.
The implication is that the insurgents are like, we think you suck, we're going to go be friends with the UPP.
Exactly. Yes. It is one of the things you find in Alien. There's a lot of factions. There's a lot of acronyms and stuff. So do not worry. These questions are very vital to the story. So yes, the UPP are really bad. They should not be here. So team, first things first, Captain Silver, after failing her panic check, ducks down below the snowbank and goes, I need a moment. Look, I'm gonna stick with Iona and Zimajeski in the back. We can organize like maybe some fire from the car. We'll give you supportive fire if that needed, but I can't stay out here. And it's slowly seamlessly going to back out of the story briefly and is going to be in the car until Abigail returns to us on stream. So that is where Captain Silver is happy to give you maybe pointers and directions and will assist from the car as needed. But Marines, what's the plan?
We can take these chuckle fucks. I mean,
we probably could.
There's a lot of them. Right? Are we wildly outnumbered by these people?
As you're looking, it's like an old warehouse where you sort of come to where you've tracked the signal to. You can't make out many people here. You had a really good guess because you just so happened that the firelight sort of bounced off someone's armor, but you can't tell how many people are in there currently. You might either have to get closer, or I believe someone here has a motion tracker.
Mm-hmm.
It just occurred to me that I have a motion tracker. I could get a sense of their numbers before we go further.
So what we're looking at is a warehouse, correct?
Mhm.
The people who were huddled around the fire, are they inside or outside said warehouse?
Inside. Basically, the
Inside,
warehouse, it's
understand.
quite, like with all the stuff at the space, it's quite dilapidated. You've passed oil fields, with those sort of C-store
Yeah.
pumps and everything like that. And the big pipes and stuff. It's definitely one of these warehouses, but the light from inside is breaking through the cracked walls and
Okay.
broken windows and stuff.
Okay.
Super grungy.
Yeah.
We got to figure out where Wojciech is, otherwise we don't really have a good tactical basis to plan an assault, right? We need to know where we're aiming at.
I think going in, and if we have to, removing her, right? Wojciech was the woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wojciech and Reese are both femme-presenting. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, not Reese. Right.
Mm-hmm.
The two male-presenting people have
Mysterious,
died.
right?
So retrieving her would be good. I understand we've been told that deadly force is an option, and if it turns to that, we could and should. But given what we found out back in that clinic, I am greatly intrigued by what is going on with her body right now.
Yeah, if we just go in there and like, hey, we'll kill everyone, then
Yeah.
it's just not efficient. Like, I like blowing people up, but I like blowing people up like efficiently,
Yeah.
for some sort of
Yeah.
specific aim.
Yeah.
Dante likes to ask questions and shoot later. That's what's happened.
Yeah.
Efficiency is good, certainly. I also think maybe getting some information out of the situation before we blow people up, before they can't speak information out into the moon, would probably be good.
Someone want to go and like peer in a hole in the wall, maybe? Just like, oh, there's Wojciech. Great.
Yeah. Are any of you good at stealth missions?
Or wait for someone.
Hammer
wait
just
till
looks
someone.
at
Wait till someone comes out for a piss and then kidnap them. Boom, quietly.
That sounds fun.
do that.
It does. doesn't
I'm
it?
relatively fast. Not especially agile, but I'm fast. Let me see what kind of numbers we're dealing with, and I'm going to
Okay.
pull out.
We
Chaplin
can
is going to pull
plan
out
then.
I will
the motion
good.
scanner
Roll
Yes.
good.
and
So we'll do-
desperately hope that it doesn't run out down the battery at all.
Sure. So we'll do the motion scanner in a minute. One thing I will say, because certainly Dante and probably Roach as well would have experienced this, it is freezing cold outside. So if you're going to wait for people, you will have to do a check to make sure you don't freeze and take damage. I know, because you've all been very snugly in the
van. It's so
in
nice
the
in there.
van,
Yeah.
and the Marshall station was quite
Yeah.
warm as well, and the medical station is all that sort of thing. So that's the only thing I'd say. You would be very aware of that it is cold. So staying out for long periods of time will affect those people who are warm-blooded. Chaplain, however, could stay out for as long as they need to. Anyway.
What do you mean it's cold?
Icicle off their nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not cold at all. I don't.
So let's do the motion tracker. So what is the supply power rating you've got currently on your thing?
2. Wow.
2. Oh no. So if you roll 2d6, if you get a 1 on either of them, it goes the power level down.
No one's.
Yes, fantastic.
It's possible.
It is. It's very possible. Well, you got 2 1s last time, I seem to remember, and it was delicious. I will look up exactly what you need for that. Anyone else? Any other plans? So is it a plan to sneak after you get the number of people? What's the feeling here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
now that you said it's cold, my plan is just like, why don't we let Chaplin do the outside work and we stay in the van where it's warm? I might not be the most
Chaplin
tactically
has
sensible.
no weapons, sadly. So
You need someone else out there. I can go.
I think.
Well, if Hammer's going, then obviously I'm
They
going to go.
can-
It's just cold. Oh, okay, fine. Fine, we'll all go.
Ugh.
If you use movement, use a little bit of kinetic energy.
Right.
You'll be fine.
Hopefully we can seize one of
Startups.
these barrel fires from
Subtle.
the enemy so that we can warm our organics.
So
Game Mother, is it clear is there any sort of raised platform or like, you know, like fire safety stairs, you know, the metal kind on the outside of a building? Is there a place where we can maybe get up to get a vantage point to try and get eyes into the place?
Ooh, I like that question. Let's do a wits observation check, please. For Chaplain, your motion tracker, I'm just going to read it out here. So the tracker automatically detects the presence of any large moving object within a long range indoors and extreme ranges outdoors to let you know what zone they're in. So you detect, you know, you slowly get around. Obviously, there are people around you, obviously, but looking through the actual warehouse itself, you can detect there are 5 signatures. There are sort of 3 that are around what looks like to be an oil barrel, and there are 2 further back, maybe about like a short zone from there, so towards the back of the warehouse. And they seem to be like quite close together when you do it, but don't seem to be like moving or pacing. But yeah, only 5 people in this current area. Roach, what did you get for your wits observation?
I got 2 6s. Yay! Got 1 1 on my stress dice.
Oh, no. All right, well, let's roll a panic roll, please. So roll your d6 and add your stress level.
Goody.
And remember, you have your talent as well.
Oh, I do. Nerves of steel. Unlike Roach, I do not have nerves of steel, but that would be, it's down to an 8. Would have been a 10. The pause, it's great. I love it. What's happening?
You are like, you're getting ready essentially. You know, you're letting Chaplain do its sort of tracking. You're getting ready to go in, and you're planning stuff, and you're looking around skitterishly, looking for a way up. And you're getting that little bit of a tremble, a little bit of a. Unfortunately, you are trembling uncontrollably. All skill rolls that will use the agility ability suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops. So currently you are like sort of trembling a little bit. You're a little bit not excited. You're definitely like on edge because you like this could be it, because you know from what you discussed with Captain Silver and what was in the scans and stuff that if Wojciech is in there, then bad stuff could happen quite quickly.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people in there, which is not good.
Yes, and so your thing, there is a stairwell. There is a fire escape. However, you can tell that it is quite broken in places. It's quite rusted, pretty much like the rest of things. So you could go up and sneak up and get a high vantage point, but there's a chance it could just fall away. It looks very rusted, but that's an option.
It's an option. Yep.
I would just say as well, because you got, sorry, I keep interrupting, but you do have, when you get more than 1 success than you needed, you got stunts. So it's an observation check. So I would say, obviously, we've talked this before about the 3 questions that you get. They're not necessarily good, but I'll read them out again anyway. So is it coming for me? Are there any more of them close by? How do I get in, past, away? Or I'll let you ask a question of your choice, if that is helpful.
Questions.
We can come back to you.
I mean, a way in is like is a possible question, but I wonder, does it appear that there are multiple entrances and exits to this warehouse, or is it one of those ones with a big front door?
There does look like there seems to be multiple entrances and exits. You sort of looking, there is obviously sort of main sort of a double door sort of area, and then a few other bits where the walls fallen through. Around the side as well, there looks like to be like almost like a very big opening where you think maybe a truck would go through, and you know, like you could go through. You know, there are definitely other wings on the sides, some broken windows as well. If you look really far down the corridor as well, around the warehouse itself.
I'll just do, you know, the way that military folks are trying to do, like just a rundown summary of what I have noticed people. I don't fancy your chances trying to be quiet and sneaky going up a rusty, shaky looking staircase, but you know, push comes to shove.
Gonna like look over at Dante shaking and be like, yeah, I'm really psyched too. I'm gonna get to shoot some people soon.
Oh yeah, I'm just buzzing. That's it. Yeah, buzzing. It's all that never sleep. That's that never sleep pill I took. It's just got
Dante
me
just
like,
hits you
"Whoa."
on your shoulder and you're like,
Yeah.
ah!
Yeah, that's definitely what's going on.
You're like,
Yep.
woo, woo.
Go team, shooting people. Uh,
Before we
internalizes
shoot
mild panic
anyone,
attack. It's good. We're good. It's all good.
before we shoot anyone, I'm not saying we don't shoot anyone necessarily,
Boring.
but before that happens, I think it might behoove us to get somewhat closer so we can maybe hear what they're saying. I think a classic pincer maneuver might be good. We take two teams of two, get one group in just a little bit closer on the near side, and another group curves off and tries to flank around and get a sneak up on their backsides. That anyway.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Hey.
Damn, okay.
Fully functioning android. Anyways, yeah. I and Chaplin looks at Roach and knows them pretty well. It says, maybe you stay in the closer group. That's a little bit less risky. We want to have the sneakier people on the around the backside.
Chaplain who's best.
Do we want the people who are not sneaky to get their attention?
Maybe at
With
some point.
gunfire, for example.
Well, ideally, I think if we get their attention, they're going to stop having whatever secret conversations they're having. I think if we determine that one of our objectives is in there and need a distraction, that's a good call. I also think having our friends remaining in the vehicle there as a third angle of cover, if they need to shoot someone down or chase someone down who's running away, they might be a good zone management group.
Sweep up the mess.
So they
Yes.
so just for clarity for the stream. So yes, the armored personnel carrier has two big weapons. It has a phase phasma pulse cannon and a 20mm Gatling gun turret. Fun stuff. And both of those weapons, I believe, can be done from extreme range as well. So yes, they can definitely cover anyone that's trying to leave, if that is something you want to do. Equally, though, as someone suggested, that if you needed to draw them out, they could also pin them down as well. They were basically the people in the car. So obviously Captain Silver, Iona, and I will never say their name right.
Which is funny because that's kind of the character thing.
I know that's
nobody
their
can say
character
the
thing.
name. Yeah.
Zimajewski, I have to think of it.
Yeah.
Zimajewski. They're very happy to maneuver that, and so that they will do that to support you probably at the beginning if you go into combat, but do it at the beginning of the turn essentially. So they'll go for at the first level just because it makes it easier for me.
So we can chase the rabbits out the warren and take them out if needs be. I feel like we should weaponize the stink coming off of Zimajewski. Maybe that could be a third option.
Hey.
Hey.
Rude.
My feelings are hurt.
Okay,
So,
so we're going to pincer it, and then the signal for if it's go time, which is mainly what I'm focusing on here, is like either you say it's go time or there's suddenly a lot of screaming and explosions, and then you know that it's probably go time.
Yeah. So we're attempting stealth from both sides at this point, but if something starts to go wrong, then shit kicks off.
Ultimately, what we need out of the situation is her. One way or the other, we need to acquire and eliminate the issue.
But would you like me to check who I'm shooting before I shoot them? Glance and be like, does it look like that?
I mean, we're allowed to kill her, but
if it's one of our AWOLs, interrogation before killing would probably be great.
Plus, she's the one that's having the weird, her body is changing.
That doesn't make me want to kill her less, though. To be honest,
I would point out you don't know for sure void check is in there.
no,
Okay,
no,
we just
have no
yeah,
idea.
we're
we're
So it
hoping.
could- Oh,
hoping
absolutely.
that she might. Yeah,
It's
worth a shot. We know that they're having they're awaiting a package. Should we wait to see if there is a moment that happens? I know we don't want to wait too much on the outside given how cold it is, but
Or has it already happened?
if we can try and assess that situation from either side of the building and just keeping communications with each other.
So we look for like post.
Yeah.
With today's
Yeah.
postmark on. And we're like, I think it's been delivered.
They've left a calling card. Amazon could not reach you today. Yeah.
That's
See if the flag has been raised on their mailbox.
yeah.
Oh,
You've
they
got
have
mail. Yeah, I think that's a plan.
Okay. I'm not
Oh.
used to having to like tactically assess locations for post, but I'll try. I'll try my best.
All right.
I'm just gonna like slow pan to Chaplin in a I don't know if like
So
Not sure
a
what
great
we'd do
plan.
without you, Dante.
yeah.
So first of all, my big question is who's going in what team?
I think Chaplin's on the sneakier team,
Mm-hmm.
maybe with Hammer.
Yeah, Hammer can try.
Or whoever
Hammer,
feels confident about their stealth
Hammer can
ability.
absolutely do it.
Okay.
She will very much be like, yeah, I can fucking do it. What are you doubting me?
Oh boy.
No, not at all.
Right, so we're
You are my
splitting up-
first pick, in fact.
Split the
Good choice.
party. Woo!
So yes, we're splitting the party and we're also splitting the true pairings. Oh no. What a shame.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like team A, sneaky, is Hammer and Chaplin, and then team B, also sneaky, but maybe
Also
lesser.
super sneak. So sneaky.
Super sneaks.
Yeah, we're just a bit psyched, so there's a lot of vibrating with the sneaking.
Of course,
Oh,
yes.
no.
Super.
We're both jitters.
The jitterers, yes, absolutely. They're also going, so that will be Roach and Dante. Great. So we're going into something I like to call stealth mode.
That makes it
yeah.
sound cool.
It's sort of is basically you are going to do a stealth check for me, but it's going to be opposed by a number of dice as they will pass, because currently they don't think anyone else is here, so they're basically passive. But obviously, if any of you fail and they spot you,
No.
they become active. So yeah, so everyone will need to roll for me a stealth check of some sort. Let me remind myself
Is
of
that a
what
thing?
it is. I just need to work out what it was. Sorry, I said it and I was like, wait a minute, don't be so silly.
Is it agility, mobility?
It is going to be agility, mobility.
So smart.
Oh no! Is that not the thing
no.
you're suffering from? Oh no! That's
Not
Roach.
me.
No.
Roach, yes. So yes,
Yeah.
agility, mobility versus their wits observation.
Fantastic.
All right,
I nearly swore there. The Scot in me finds it very hard not swearing all the time. I'll tell you what. Right.
Many,
Oh no, I got an extra one there. Hello. So I take away. Is it take away 2 dice or take away 2 as in a number? Take away 2 dice.
what's this for? Sorry.
Because I'm shaking, so I've got a
yes,
negative
but you
2.
take your 2 base dice away.
2 dice
sorry.
away. Okay.
Yes.
It's all good.
I got a
It's
6.
fine.
Dante got a success. Oh dear.
Yeah, just the
Let's go
one.
around. Let's go around the other. So Dante got success.
Just.
Team Tremble. Let's go to Team Sneaky Sneak. Chaplain. No successes. Oh no! And you can't put the roll. Pick the roll.
I
And
can't
did you
push.
can't push roll? Sorry, Hammer. Did you not get any successes either?
I also got a 1 on my stress die.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh my gosh.
And
We're
I'm
so
guessing this-
sneaky.
and I guess the same for. Did you get any successes, Hammer? Specifically?
No.
Oh, that's really bad. And then Roach, did you get any successes on yours?
technically speaking, I got 2 successes, but I got 2 ones on my stress.
That's all right. Basically, because
it's just anyone, so it doesn't matter how many. Oh, right. So I just rolled lots of ones. All right,
I mean, ideally don't. But it's good to know like who's successful, because sometimes the palette roll doesn't cancel out the success. That's why I'm checking. So you might be able to keep it together and succeed, but unfortunately Hannah has not done any successes, so that's why I'm making the
I had 6 dice to roll too.
Same.
Just a bunch of ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do our panic checks then. Let's go for Hammer first.
All right, remind me of what that is.
Sure, it's a d6 plus your current stress level.
It's a 6.
It's 6. Yours is like, okay, it's fine. I'm just with the android. Everything's fine. Maybe Chaplain, because you didn't get any successes, unfortunately. I don't know, stuff up something. Maybe the snow is a little bit.
I was gonna say, sort of in theming with us not actually being that stealthy. I was gonna turn to Hammer and say, I just wanted to say, I appreciate when people were talking of sending me in alone, you volunteering to have my back. That was really cool of you. I appreciate.
I am pretty cool.
I agree. You seem very cool.
I'm glad someone sees it. Thanks.
Much. I do have eyes,
But even then, you're like, stupid robot. Like maybe you're distracted as a result of thinking that, unfortunately. But you do keep it together. You don't muck up. Roach, though, what did you get?
That's much better. Okay. That's less of an issue. By 6, just down to 4. So only a 4.
Okay, so you're still trembling.
Yes.
Oh no, I think it can. No, it only. So this is the thing. Basically, if you go higher on the panic roll, that's when it replaces stuff. But any lower, it doesn't replace the effect. So you're still trembling, but you take a moment. You're like with Dante, and Dante's like, yeah, and you're like, yeah. And you are shaking quite violently, and you feel like your teeth are rattling, as like almost like inside your own head, but you just about keep it together. And we had at least 1 success on both teams, correct?
Yes, I got 2.
Perfect, excellent.
No,
there's no success on the stealthy team.
Okay,
our stealthy team.
Apologies, it's because I. Well, you.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
no,
sorry,
like,
the pairings in my head were slightly different. Apologies. Yeah. So, the jitterers essentially they make it a bit further in. Maybe you go in through the big gap on the sort of the right side wall as you sort of go in, and you can see there are lots of these like empty sort of barrels. There's lots of pallets of wood and various sort of detritus and debris all around, and so you manage to get a little bit closer. Maybe Hammer, you're just waiting for an opportune moment. Yeah, I'll just let those folks go first. It's fine. And you're just trying to. It's almost like you're trying to count in your head when to go. You do a countdown of like 5, 4, 3, 2. 5, 4, 3, and you're just maybe just taking that moment before you go in, because you're like, it's because you don't know. You sort of saw how the insurgents were, how they would just take an innocent and use them as a hostage. So you don't know how it's going to handle, and if obviously that creature is here, if Wojciech is here, so maybe that's playing on your mind as well. But the team that's got a little bit closer, Team Jitter, you can see that we're sort of like looking through some of the pallets, like they're sort of up like not cylinders, like they're stacked up, different piles are stacked. So you're sort of maybe looking through some of these pillars, and you can see that around one of these oil drums is a fire, very low. It's not like blazing or anything like that, but you can see there looks to be like 2 people in what you would assume colonist clothing, and then one who is in colonist clothing but is definitely wearing some sort of armor, slightly taller than the other 2, and is sort of, they're just talking, handing around a bottle, it seems. Behind them you can see what looks to be like, you would assume almost like like also like the manager's office of this warehouse, what used to be there, like a little sort of room at the back, and you can see there's light in it, and there's definitely a shadow of somebody at the window. You can't tell from this distance if they're looking out or if they're looking in. You've got the light of the firelight sort of spreading out, but you can see they're sort of silhouettes from the fire sort of brushing it up on the walls and stuff. And looking around, they don't seem to have spotted you. I can tell you I rolled 2 ones and no other successes. So they are very happily sort of drinking, and just chatting away, clearly just doing small talk before the package arrives.
Do we have an idea of numbers?
Yes, from Chaplin's motion tracker from earlier, there are 5 individuals within this vicinity.
3 we can see, 1 we can see a silhouette of, and 1 we can't see.
Correct.
Right, this is 5 in this first room and then 2 somewhere else. Can I look for post and or void check? I'm trying really hard to be a good Marine and look for post, even though I don't really think that's so important.
It's got the Amazon
maybe some
tape
people
on it.
have the wrong priorities, but like,
Sure. Yeah, Dante, do a wits observation check for me. Why not?
Well, they were basically Team Soul Survivor as well.
Yeah,
I find.
check for post. Check for my post. Yeah, UPS rather than UPP, right?
More likely than you think.
So that was 2 successes.
Ooh.
And no failures on the stress dice.
You find their PO box.
Great news. So Dante, you're sort of looking ahead. Maybe Roach is like taking a moment to take a bit of a breather as they're like, and you take them like about 10 seconds or so, like looking around. You don't see any physical package or any sort of body or anything like that that's lying off to one side. You do see it, however, with those successes. Eventually, the door opens off to one side of the manager's office, and that silhouette sort of comes out, and they sort of join the group, and you can hear them sort of muttering, goes, "How much longer? I'm tired of waiting." And you can see this other person matches that sort of the big description of a UPP soldier. So you think there are 2 UPP people out in the open with some insurgents and possibly someone else nearby. And they're sort of going, "I'm tired of waiting. This shitty frozen rock hurts. It's freezing here." And they're like, "Well, yeah, they said they'd be right here. I don't know what to tell you, but don't worry. We've sent out the line. We're just waiting to hear a call." Ugh, it's not like we're going anywhere. Ship does not arrive until we send signal. So. And Dante, I assume you would relay that to Roach.
I will relay that to Roach.
Yeah.
Does that mean that's the package not here yet? So we should also look out like behind us for in case like the postie comes and.
Yeah, I think waiting a little. Well, actually, I'll just like hold up my finger and then go to like speak over the transponder. Is that the correct word? So that all of us can hear this as well as speaking to
very,
Dante.
very quietly.
Given that 5 in here, 2 being UPP, they are waiting on Wojciech. Could we handle this situation here and then we're the ones to receive Wojciech? Just putting it out there.
I like that.
Oh, that's the package.
Yes.
Not like brown parcel with string and.
Maybe they've got her in a box. She could be in a box. I doubt it, but gotta be prepared for everything, yeah?
I was looking really hard for like parcels and letters and that. Okay, this makes more sense.
Bless your heart, Dante.
I was wondering why you cared so much. It didn't seem that.
Hammer is just staying silent. She also thought this was going to be like a package delivery.
This is why.
You all said package.
We've got Team Brain and Team Brawn, okay? This is the way that we're working.
Together, their powers combine.
Yeah. What do we think?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can handle it. No, we can handle it.
Totally.
We're better than these shitheads. You think they know how to wield a gun?
Can it be done quietly? I mean, I feel doubtful of that, but if they are imminent and they hear gunfire, they might turn back.
Oh, my stuff's not quiet. Yeah, it's like,
Got a knife.
I mean,
Go-
I've got a
you
grenade
gotta do, like,
launcher.
you know when you do the sneak mode and then you get like the kill of the knife.
stealth kill.
Yeah.
Just put a hand over their mouth.
That is an option. You can try and stealth closer. It would require another agility mobility roll with a -2 because you were getting into the firelight. You're getting closer, but they didn't roll very well last time, so you could get the drop on them.
Wait, what
And-
did you guys spot?
Same thing as you.
Yeah. I mostly see Hammer, honestly.
You're just right at the back of Hammer.
Just hammer
Nice
it.
view back there.
Yeah.
No comment.
Right.
There are we've only spotted 3-4 people who we can actually see. So there is still someone out here and 2 people out the back. Like, I just like, is she definitely a package, or could she be here already waiting for some other sort of post? Just because we haven't seen.
Oh, they said they're
Yes.
waiting. This guy seems impatient.
Could be waiting for, like, I don't know, a new fire.
Have you
I feel like a
Yeah.
space heater jumper.
Have you seen
keep warm.
5 people yet?
No,
No,
we've
just
only seen
4.
4. That's
Just
my
4.
point. Yeah.
Mm,
Where's the 5th?
still
I know,
inside.
you've got the motion tracky thing,
Still inside.
Chaplain,
right?
where's the 5th?
and
would
also the
say-
other 2.
I'd say Chaplain because it's technically a turn is 10 minutes, so you still have your motion tracker up. You would see there are 4 people around the oil drum fire and 1 person a little further back, and you suspect that 1 person is in the manager's office.
And the
Oh,
2 people still way off in another
No,
room.
There's
No,
only
there's
there's only
4
5.
in.
There's
Mhm.
four in front that 4 people can see, and then 1 person that's hidden.
Oh,
Don't worry.
put the numbers
I just-
wrong.
No, it's fine. I just thought
No,
you were
I
just
got it.
doing Dante maths. You know,
No, I'd written 5 people round a barrel plus 2 further back, but it was 3 people round a barrel plus 2 further back,
Yes.
and then 1 of the further back came, and then that's 2 minus 1 is 1, and then 3 plus 1, that's 4.
correct.
Maths, you did it,
True.
Dante. Good job.
Pass
Dante, I
GCSE
think
maths.
you've missed.
Congratulations.
I think you've missed the one that's on the other side of the barrel.
I'm stepping down. Oh, stop moving! I can't count you if you move.
So should I go for the one in the office?
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Because that's
Are
probably
they
boss,
less
isn't it?
likely to spot me if I go in there versus if I go for the people around the fire? The person in the office could spot me, right?
Yeah,
They
because
can,
they're
quite
Right.
room.
Yeah, the
do
office
they-
does have a window that looks out onto the fire that you saw before, but it doesn't
There-
seem, as you're looking at it, there doesn't seem to be any silhouette out there currently.
They're
The
probably the
ins-
most important because
Yeah,
they're like
the-
Captain Silver. Like, I'll stay in the van slash room because I'm the boss, so I get to
I
decide.
can hear you.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
This
we
line is
appreciate
still
you.
hot.
Yeah, I forgot we're all the same. Yeah,
Much respect, Captain.
Yes, I hope you're
we miss
feeling
you.
better.
we appreciate this
Yeah.
for decision making.
Yeah. The non UPP, the insurgents, are they armed as well?
Ooh. I'm going to make you do
Very
a
good
wits
question.
observation check to see if you can spot.
That's actually a good question.
My jitters aren't stopping my
You're smart.
eyes. Let's go.
Your eyes are just like a
If anything, I'm seeing even better.
little bit of nystagmus. It's
Ooh,
fine.
Sugar.
Oh,
No ones. No, that's a good sugar.
Oh,
4
okay.
successes. I don't know what. It's a useless roll to get 4 successes.
4
though,
successes.
but you know
Oh
what? Yeah.
no.
I see real good.
You're like, but I know, but this kind of makes sense because you're just jittery. You
Mhm.
know something's about to go down, whether you do it silently or if you go in guns blazing. So you are looking for these weapons, and yes, you can see that the insurgents look like they're armed. They seem to have like looks like a pistol, sort of in like a waistband or something, and definitely they do like they also have like a rifle. Both yes, for them, but both the insurgents seem to have rifles on their backs as well. So they do look armed. Similarly, I'd say with that sex, you can also see that the UPP also have some weaponry too. Let me tell you what they look like they're having.
How gunned up are the communists? Let's see.
They, I think if you say UPP,
The UPP.
was like, wow, I'm just coming right out and saying
That's
it. Huh?
They, with those successes, they don't look like they have any big weaponry on them.
Okay.
But they do look like one of them sort of like has like a really like horrible jumper that they've clearly like put this up. So you can see that they're both armored compared to the other insurgents.
Mhm.
And as they move, they've got looks like a pistol on one side, and it looks like some grenades at their belt as well.
I will relay that over the line. Pistols and grenades seem to be the UPP's weapons of choice.
I can work with that.
Can you see from where you are if there is another entrance into the manager's office from back there, if it's just a one door kind of thing?
From your position, it looks like one door. You'd have to get closer to see if there's another.
Yikes. You know, we also have grenades, and they have very kindly clustered around a fire.
It did cross my mind.
Yeah.
That is
But
true.
we all agreed on doing like the stealthy stealth
I,
thing.
I
So
we, yeah.
We did that. I did that so well. I was so
Do we
sneaky.
commit to the bit, or do we just be
Guys,
like,
I've
we've
been so
snuck in and now
I'm
it's
gonna
time
ask
to...
for a decision from you.
Maybe it's go time. Maybe it could be go time now.
Go
Yeah,
time.
go time. Go
You
time,
try and
yeah.
radio for Captain Silver's decision. The line is really weirdly
Yeah.
statically.
Votes for
can I
grenades?
say,
Mm.
if we do go time and there is somebody in the office, they can send a signal.
Yes. What maybe go time is right when we're about to breach the office.
Okay. So do you want me to go for
either
the office
we breach
and
the
then
office or we get caught and that's go
simultaneously?
time.
You
Well, no,
let us
that's-
know when it's go time, and we team blasting will go in with the grenades.
So I'm a bit confused. The reason I asked if there was another door to the office is that the door to the office is in full view of the barrel. So the only way we could do the sneaky into the office thing is if there's another entrance on your guys' side.
I
was
would
what I was
s-
asking.
There's a
Yes,
window
I see
there.
what you mean.
Mhm.
So what I described it as almost like if you imagine a portal cabin and the sort of window looking out, the door is, say, if you're looking at it straight on, the door to the office from
Round
where
the
you've seen it,
corner.
it's a bit round the corner. Yes, sorry, I was not clear about that. That's my bad.
Great.
That's why I didn't explain that rightly. It's because I'm looking at a little map and I'm going, that's where I would put a door. So, but I did not communicate. So yes, the door is off to one side. So you think with a good stealth check, someone could get up to it without being noticed. But that's not to say that they won't notice you.
sneaky.
Because that
So-
worked so well the first time.
So
Yeah.
well.
is that
this
what,
time
perfect?
we've got it. We were just practicing.
okay? So just to, because I love discussions like this, but sounds like Team Sneaky are going to try and make it towards the door.
When they fail, it's
when
go
they-
time.
When
I mean, if
when
they
Dante and Roach are going to open up and cause a distraction. Brilliant. So let's get that mobility, agility mobility roll out of the way. Now I'm going to do an observation check. See if they notice you.
Is there a negative to this one as well?
Yes, because you're getting
okay.
closer. It's going to be a
Oh.
-2 to your base dice because you are literally getting. It's quite. If you always see shapes and shadows in anyways, you're always looking around anyway. So quite tricky.
I've got a success.
Okay.
Oh no, that's a good face.
This is a wonderful face. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's perfect. This is wonderful. I rolled no successes and 3 1s on my stress dice.
Ooh. Oh no. Let's see that panic roll.
It's an 8. I believe that makes me shrubber again.
It does. But it means you still succeed on what you're doing. Just you because of Chaplin's success. So you're just sort of like, because you're getting closer and closer, and maybe because obviously Jill, you sort of said that you are an artificial womb soldier. You've been born and bred for violence and combat. So you're twitching quite a bit. And at the UPP, they're your enemy. They've always been your enemy. It's just like,
And they're
so
right
you-
there. It's just be so easy to
it
just.
would be so easy, but you don't. But you're trying to keep yourself under control. So yes, -2 to all agility checks until I say otherwise. Oh no! But carefully, maybe you take a little while because you had no successes. Is that right, Hammer? You just
Correct.
free
I
one.
have so many weapons to carry around. It's just really awkward to sneak.
So if anything, then, but this is it, right? So you don't go. You and Hammer, your Hammer. Hammer doesn't get to the door, but Hammer sort of stays back. But you're sort of like focusing. So actually, you got them from behind. You don't succeed, but you put yourself into a better position, even though you're trembling. Chaplain, I would say, makes it to the door. What do you do, Chaplain?
Can I see anyone inside? Can I see how they're positioned?
Well, it is a wooden door. You can't. There's no glass
No
in it.
windows.
Oh no!
Hmm.
You can think 'cause there's a window on the other side.
Can I tell if the door is locked?
It is not locked. You can sort of sense it. You do like a quick sort of like look through the sort of thing. You can see there's only the sort of initial things. So
I'm going to, with my successful stealth, creep up, put my one hand on the door handle, and one hand on my radio, and
Mhm.
give a turn over my head to Hammer, and give a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then say go time and open the door.
Amazing. All right, let's do combat, everyone. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Ooh.
All right, I need everyone to roll me a d10. And again, just to explain for the viewers at home, so combat is we roll d10s here, lowest to highest, and that's the order we go in. Normally this will be done with cards, but unfortunately we're not sat around the table, and I can't be bothered to do that with VCT. So a d10 it is. And I've also got to roll a d10 as well.
I got my lucky number.
Me
Nice.
too.
That just clearly that means this fight will be blessed. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
That's how
my
that
rolls
works.
have been great so far, right? It's gotta
Hashtag
balance out, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
Well, what
those
are your
some-
lucky numbers?
Those are cracking
7.
rolls. All right.
6.
Let me do some rolling. Okay. All right, so let's go. Let's go with Team Jitter. Dante, what did you get, my friend? 8. Okie dokie.
That good? High
Uh,
good or low good?
low is good for combat, but that's okay. That's all right. Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. Mason.
7.
7. Or I believe Hammer was also 7, correct?
6.
6. Oh,
Look at us lining up nicely.
very nice. Chaplain.
I obviously got a fat 2.
Oh, perfect. I just need to roll one more die. Nice. I'm very excited. Okay.
That's Shamini's face.
I
Yep,
like
I think
that.
we're all feeling that. Yep.
Ugh.
Cheers,
Ugh,
everyone.
happy Fiona. Ugh.
Oh, no.
No, Fiona, be happy. We want only joy for you.
Cinema falls, everyone dies. Chaplain, you are the first to go. You open the door, and as you open it, you look into the manager's office. You can see that in this office, it is incredibly sparse. And across from you, there seems to be like a desk, a couple of chairs and stuff, etc., and an insurgent with their back to you. They seem to be fiddling around with a radio, doing some tapping to sort of get a signal out.
We heard the tapping. They're the tapper.
You have a moment because they also rolled a 2. What do you do, Chaplain?
I want to go take the radio out of their hand.
Oh, easy enough. They're not expecting you. This is like almost like, yeah, they're sort of tapping it, and they sort of with their headphones on. You can see it is like seems to be a young man, a little bit of a beard, like very sort of pulled back hair, a little bit like shaved on one side, big coat, far too big for him.
I really thought he was going to be the boss because he was in the manager's office. You did. Tricked.
You have been tricked. And he's tapping away, and then suddenly you just pull up, and he's like, "What?" And you just sees you. I think you can do one more thing. I'd say that's a fast action because you're over there, taking that off, so he can't do any more of the signal.
Is it possible for me to like hold him in place so that he's easier to strike with a ranged weapon?
You could, or you could even talk to him, saying, give up.
Oh yeah,
You-
that's good. That's
I mean,
solid.
I mean, whatever Chaplain would do, because I know, because we're playing this, like, obviously androids aren't violent. You are to
Right.
help your friends, etc. But I would say
Mhm.
that maybe it sounds like you've done a lot of talking, so maybe you would be like,
Mhm.
it's over to this
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. Just sort of like flick the headphones off and say, uh, um, surrender now is in your best interest while I'm brandishing a plasma cutter.
Very good. Let's go for
Nice.
a opposite roll, empathy manipulation check, or a manipulation, and they're going to roll to see that as well. I don't really have too much. Oh,
I keep doing this even though I'm not good at it. No,
no,
no, I'm not very good at this. Unless I get extra bonus from having a plasma cutter in his face.
go
No.
on, go on. Roll an extra d6.
I rolled a 6 on it. Oh, one
Very good.
success.
Very good. They rolled no successes, so they look at you and they're like, okay, like very quietly, and they are malleable. You would say they're sort of like they're looking at you, who's just appeared out of nowhere, with a plasma and taking their things. So there you go. Next up, though, is the UPP and the insurgents outside. They're going to do an observation check to see if they spot Hammer.
Oh no.
But Hammer's so sneaky.
Well,
Yeah,
you
those
can-
guns are real silent.
Well, you can do for me. Might as well get you to roll as well, Hammer. Do for me agility mobility roll. Oh, and
With
minus
minus
two.
two.
Yeah.
Well, no successes, but no ones. So
Oh, but
it's an improvement.
Hammer, you could always push the roll.
I love when she
You
says
know,
that.
you make a great point.
I do.
I think I'm gonna push the roll.
Great. Increase your stress level. Include it in your new roll, please.
Got it. That is 2 successes and 1 on the stress die.
No, that's how could this happen?
Oh no!
Roll that
Who could have
panic.
predicted this?
Roll that panic check for me. This is very important.
7.
So you are twitching incredibly nervously. You're like, so you your stress level goes up by 1
Again.
again. But thankfully, you're not surrounded by your friends. Otherwise, their stress levels would also go up by 1. But you keep firm.
I'm even more twitchy. Okay.
You're even more twitchy, but you got 2 successes. I'll admit, I also got 2 successes. However, I play by the rule that on ties, players win. So there is a moment where
So
you're sort of,
benevolent.
well, I have to try. Got you to push the roll, didn't I? You sort of like, you're watching Chaplain go in, and you see at that moment, like, one of the UPP sort of drinks the bottle and then sort of throws it. And the fire lights up for a second, and you just duck behind some pallets, and you at that moment you could hear someone say, "Ugh, you have rats here? Yeah, sneaky, sneaky. I hear them." And no,
What,
no,
do I mean a rat?
It's like, they don't see you, Hammer. But it's your turn next.
Cool.
What do you do? You're currently in cover. No one's seen you.
Chaplain said something to me before we went into.
It's go time.
Okay, so because I may or may not have been spacing out at that point.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, that's fair.
Okay, so
ADHD says what?
it's go time. Okay, so Hammer is going to. How far away are these people?
They're in short range of you.
Okay, that would be a pistol, I believe, for
Or
Hammer's
you've got other
weapons.
weapons though. Yeah. So the range of your weaponry, it just says the length. That's the furthest you can go. So you've got.
Oh, that's just the furthest I can go. Then I'm gonna
Yeah.
go smart gun.
I was gonna say you want to use your smart gun.
Get
my
my
friend.
big ass smart gun, my
All
little
right.
robotic arm, and I'm gonna shoot
So
the shit out of these
I'm
people.
gonna look at the smart gun that you've got. I've got little cards here that help me see what they are. So yes, for your smart gun. So I need you to roll for me an agility ranged combat check, but it will be with a +3 because that's with your weapon. And let me know what you get. You've got armor piercing and full auto, which is also very exciting. And we'll come to that in a second.
Okay,
Let's do the roll first.
so I have a +3 with it, and then I
Mhm.
also have a -2.
To your
From-
base. Yes, so it would only be a plus, an additional base dice currently.
Okay.
It's hammer time.
It's hammer time. Oh boy. I rolled my stress dice first.
That's terrifying. Why would you do that?
I have 1 success and one on the stress.
Oh, let's roll that panic check just in case.
6.
6. You're fine. So you've got 1 attack. I'm guessing you can go fully auto. So you're about to start shooting. You can go fully auto if you'd like, but let me tell you what that means. So it might help you with this actually.
Okay.
So fully auto fire means weapons listed as fully automatic can fire long bursts of auto fire. Yes, but with a few differences. So you can get another +2 on the roll as well, so if you want to roll that. But your stress level will immediately go up.
Why not, right?
All right, do it.
So I'll roll another stress die.
Yep.
That's another success. And then
Great.
the
2
+2.
successes.
No. So just one more success.
Great, 2 successes. Who are you aiming towards?
Are they clustered together?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever is the closest to where I am right now.
I would say one of the UPPs are closer to. So this is the thing with auto
Yeah.
fire as well, because you've got 2 successes. You can use that first success on one of them and then move the other success to someone else if you would like.
Okay, I went to first aim at somebody who looks like that they've been in combat before, like they know what they're doing, as
The
opposed to
UPP
just some
have
random
armor,
person.
so you probably like,
Yeah.
let's get those people out first.
Yeah.
Super duper. Woohoo! This is scary because they do have armor, so they don't have to roll some things, but has quite a bit of damage that you've done. It's free damage for each of these hits. So let me do that. So they've got 5 armor.
Not as good
One
as
of-
mine.
Wow. One of your bullets hits into the shoulder. They're not looking, but it just hits into the shoulder, just bounces, not bounces off them, goes through them. So they do take 2 damage. They rolled 1 success on their armor check, but that's not enough to stop the damage going through. Where's my sheet with all the stuff on? And then on top of that, I just lost my pen as well. This is how, there you go. I'm so excited, guys. You're like shooting things.
We're excited too, except I'm rolling like shit.
You're not rolling like you rolled. That was a really good roll.
That was a good one, and I'll take it there. Yeah.
I'll take it. So they take 2. Oh, I'm so sorry. They have 6 armor. Let me. No,
I kind of wanted to use overkill here, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
You'll get to that. You get to that. Do not worry. So they take 2, and then would you like to? So you can move that second success onto somebody else if you'd like, or onto the same person, so they take more damage if that's what you want.
I'm gonna go to the same person.
Okay. Well, they only take turns, so let me. Let me check one thing. I need to check one thing with these strengths. What's the thing with damage? Let me read it out. Close combat +1 damage. So yeah, plus another damage. Okay, so you've hit them for 3 damage. This person, what the? And they sort of look around to see you, like with your smart gun. They're shooting.
How's that for a fucking rat?
Beautiful. Next up I have is Mason. Mason, you can see Hammer is like, hammer time, and has shot
Okay.
one of the UPC shoulders in their shoulder, and
Yeah.
they seem to be bleeding quite profusely.
Okay.
Everyone else has started to turn around to look at them.
Yeah, so everyone's looking in Hammer's direction.
Correct.
And Chaplin went into the office.
You would have
deal with
heard on
pressing-
the radio as well.
Yeah.
I think it'd be like, it's go time.
Yeah. Okay, so I trust Chaplin's got their shit together. So we have a clustered set of people. So I feel
All
like
together.
a grenade would be quite nice.
Oh.
Oh, oops! I dropped it. Catch.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to okay. I'm not marketing.
So it's an agility ranged. You're
Yeah.
throwing it.
Okay.
What I'd say as well, because that's so your main action, your slow action is to throw it. You can use your fast action if you'd like to aim.
I would like to aim,
So
please.
+2 onto that.
Okay, so +2, -2 for my agility.
Mhm.
So just my straight roll.
Yes, because
4,
there's no
5, 6.
bonus on the attack. It's only when it explodes. That's the.
I am rolling 10 dice. If this does not work, I'm a gunnery sergeant. Damn
Just
it!
don't panic.
Ooh. Thanks, game mother. You helped. 1, 2, 3. 3 successes. No stress. In fact, 2 of my successes were on my stress dice. I'm just like,
Just like
let's go. Go time.
right. So
The
what
fact that
kind
I'm jittery is just making it more enthusiastic.
yeah, it sails through the air, this grenade, and lands right in between the 4 people that are on there, which is brilliant. What I'd say, so it's you get it there, fine. The other 2 successes, you can add a +1 to any damage that is taken, because grenades act a little bit differently. What's the blast power?
It's a blast 9.
So you, my friend, get to roll 9 dice.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm rolling 9 dice. 1, 2.
I'll explain this.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9. And did you say I got a plus to something?
That was just the plus. It was to the you throwing the action.
Oh, the throwing.
There's no plus. There's no plus to the power.
Not for
unfortunately.
Okay. Okay, we only have 2, which is not bad, but 9 dice. That's
Ooh, that's brutal though, because those insurgents do not have armor. So those 2 insurgents take 2. The other the UPP people will roll their armor to see if they take any additional. So the first one
think quick.
will take 1.
Mm.
The one that's injured by Hammer's shot goes, "Ah!" And then it is this huge explosion. They're definitely caught in it, and they sort of stumble a couple of feet. They look very hurt. And then the other uninjured UPP soldier. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
After throwing it, I'm going to look to Dante and give a little smirk.
Also takes 1 damage. Brutal. Yeah, this explosion, like, it lights up the whole thing. There's a moment where these UPP and the insurgents are like holding their eyes because they can't see, it's the brightness of the flames already in it. Chaplin, you feel the rocking motion. Thankfully, you're inside, so you don't get hit in the blast as well. And Hammer is far enough away with the smart gun that doesn't get affected either. Next up is Dante.
I'm psyched for Roach. I'm just like quietly.
Well, they know you're here now. Yeah. Yes.
I feel like a grenade is quite confusing and maybe hard to pinpoint a location, so I don't want to be like, it came from over here.
Yeah. True. My fault.
Way.
True. When I ever play Call of Duty, I have no idea where the bullets come from, so I'm just like,
I want some of that action, Roach. I'm gonna go for a grenade as well.
Fantastic. All right. So I'm guessing again, using your fast action, you're gonna aim to be exactly where you need it to be. So it's gonna be a +2. Yeah, there you go, right there. What? Almost like you're doing bowls. You're like, I'll get it closer. So that's gonna be a +2 to your agility ranged combat for me, please.
Okay, plus the bonus from the grenade launcher.
Yes, of course, because you've got a grenade launcher and plus your
Plus
stress as well.
My stress.
You do all the base dice first, and then we'll look after the stress. So just because it's a
Okay.
little bit easier.
Okay,
Otherwise,
right, now I've
otherwise
lost
you're
count.
like,
Okay.
ugh.
4,
'Cause
five,
you're probably
6,
rolling
7.
quite a lot of dice.
I'm doing it online. I'm cheating. As soon as the numbers get big, I'm like, no,
No, that's fine. But
online for
it's still
this.
quite a lot of numbers. You want to get the base
Yeah.
first, and then see
Okay.
if you fail.
So the base
Mm-hmm.
is 1 success,
Ooh, okay, good.
and then I'll roll stress separately,
Correct.
right?
You might get some more. Yep. What's your stress
Okay.
level currently?
Only 2. I'm just so comparatively chilled.
You
Not
are
compared
chill.
to where I started off.
No.
The game.
Yeah,
Compared to the peak last session.
This
when it all
is
got a bit
you. This is
much.
your element right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling really good about life, you know. I told Hammer I just need to shoot some things. Chill me out. Oh, no more successes and a 1 on the stress die.
Oh no. Let's roll that panic check, please. So roll a d6 plus your current stress level, which is 2.
As in I add 2 to the number, not roll 2 extra dice.
Correct.
6.
Oh, you are getting like really hyped up. You're like, and then you're like, no, it's my element. You keep it together. You keep it together, but just
I remember
remember
training where I got 2 into it, and they're like, "Be cool, Dante," and I'm like, "Be cool, Dante."
Yeah. I will fist bump you when you're done, though.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but your aim is true. You hit again another explosion. Let's roll some blast power dice. I think it's also 9 for you. Is there anything on your grenade launcher at all? Does it say anything?
U1 grenade launcher +1 bonus, blast 9 damage, long range.
Yes, so it's just blast. Yeah. So let's roll those 9 dice and tell me what you get.
That is 1 success. Take it. That's definitely not stress dice included there, right?
No, sadly not. It's stress dice not really on your damage dice, unfortunately. But those insurgents again take another hit. They look severely burnt. Their clothing is like it's burning off them. They're desperately trying to wrap for their weapons. They're not having a good time of it. The UPP, let's roll for their armor to see if they take this damage. One of them sees it coming. The most injured one like turns around, sees whoosh, another one, and it sort of ducks back before it hits them. And then the other one, that's unfortunate because they are very low on health. And yet the other one then also sees it coming and also ducks back as well. But the insurgents get the full hit of it. What I will say, because I'm realizing we're past our halfway point, is that let's take a break here. And then come back to the scene of the action. But well done, team. You've infiltrated. And we're...
Just before we take a break.
Yes.
Just because
please,
know what's going to happen. Yes. Can I get on the comms and say, like, Captain, if you want some of the action, you better get in here quick.
Oh, boy. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Thank you so much for those people who are with us. Come back to see how we resolve this fight. Where is Wojciech? Where in Ariakos is
in
Wojciech?
A brown paper bag somewhere.
Have you seen our parcel? Thank you so much. We'll be back in about 5 minutes tops. So grab a drink, make sure you hydrate, and stay for the second part of Alien. So we're going to do our alien wave. We'll see you in 5. Hello. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Hello. Sorry, I'm ready on the count of 0, and I was not. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to part 2 of episode 4 of Alien, the Destroyer of Worlds. We found our captain. They have returned to us. Woohoo! They are back with us, and we are. We're excited. It's a great time because we're in the middle of combat. And of course, I always keep getting it, but thank you to Free League for sponsoring the stream. But enough of that. We're back into the conflict between this UPP insurgency and Charlie team. We're going to flick back to the top of the round, and we're going to go to suddenly outside in the APC, where Captain Silver, Iona, and Zimajewski, I have to always think about how to say it, are waiting patiently. They have seen, currently, this is what you have seen, Captain Silver, on the way in. You've seen people slowly but surely sneak out behind the snowbank, going down, going into the building, and then about 30 seconds later, massive explosions. And you've heard on the line what's going on. Very good. That's something that no one else will ever hear or see on the chat. But you had heard this plan of Chaplin going into stealth in to see what was in the manager's office. You know that there were 5 individuals there thanks to the motion tracker. And as soon as Chaplin said go time, you knew that's when all the stuff was going to happen. And so currently, it's almost like fireworks are happening within this warehouse, this dilapidated warehouse. And there are definitely screams, but not of your Marines currently. What would you like to do, Chaplin? What would you like to do, Captain Silver?
So
they're inside the building.
They are inside the building. You are
Go
inside
time
the car.
happened. We all said go time, and it was great.
Yeah.
All right.
You're missing out on the fun.
I'll probably not be able to drive through the building, so
Well, no, Iona's like, I can do it. I can do it. Just you want to, if there's a cannon or the gun, we could do it if you want.
gosh dang, let's do it, Iona. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Go time. And then as the APC goes over the snowbank towards the front of this thing. You're going to get past Zimajewski's like, what about, no time. It's my time to shine.
Get down.
Yeah, get down.
Palms him in the forehead.
Yeah. If anything, the only action that he takes as a fast action to do his seatbelt. So
Safety's priority, you know.
Safety first. So, Captain Silver, I'm going to ask you, which weapon would you like to use? Would you like to use one of the APCs, or would you like to use one of your own weapons? That is completely up to you.
Should I be nice to my Marines that are in the car? Yeah, I'll let Zimachewski do the big cannon stuff. Because I'm a team player, so I'll use my own weapons, I guess.
Okay. All right. What weapon have you got, my friend?
You know what? I'm gonna do my long range. I'll do the pulse rifle.
I was going to say, please don't use pistol.
Yeah, let's pew pew.
Okay.
I'll use my combat knife. No,
So you're going to do your pulse rifle, yes?
yeah.
So let's describe this then. So that would be a agility ranged combat. I would say, is there any bonus to your pulse rifle? Does it say anything, bonus plus anything?
Yeah, it says +1.
Perfect. So that'll be an extra +1 from the weapon. I'd also say, as you're sort of being calmly in control, you said, Zimajewski, on the Gatling gun or something like that, and then you're going to lean out to the side. You're going to carefully aim. That's going to be your fast action, I'd say. So that's going to be an extra +2 to the roll as this car is going in. So all those dice, I want you to roll those first, and then we'll roll your stress dice separately, because that's going to be a lot of dice for you, I think. So let's do it.
Okay, so okay, 2 successes on the base roll. And then stress, I've got lots of it. Okay, and then another success on stress, no fails.
Beautiful, excellent. So that's 2 successes. I'm going to say that your team has sort of has given you this information that you're aiming for one of the UPP people, probably the one that is most injured. So you've got that thing. So what's the damage? Does it say on your thing what the damage is for one?
Yeah,
so
2.
So what I'd say is that you've got 2 successes. So that'll be first one is 2, and then an additional one is going to be 3. So they're going to take 3 damage, but as always, they get to roll their armor. The UPP are very armored up. They have a rating 6 armor. So, but they have to get lots of successes. And as I said, this person is not looking healthy. So, oh, that's sorry. I realized I've only rolled 3 dice there. I was like, silly. So they succeed once. So they take 2 damage. Captain Silver, I want you to describe how you destroy this UPP soldier.
Yes. Oh
so-
my god.
I think we just kind of are. I think she's kind of like leaning out the window.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think she's just very steady aim because she uses her fast action, and so she just takes a breath in. As she releases her breath, she pulls the trigger. Then she's just looking through her scope. And yeah, we're going in, guns and cannons blazing. So we just speed into it because Iona's absolutely ruling at driving this thing. So
yeah, they're piloting it pretty well because they were ready for it as well. And of course, it would be remiss of me because you said to Zimajewski to go use the Gatling gun. So yes, I get to roll for them. So they have, in agility, they have 5 and then 3 in range combat, but they don't have any stress because they've not done anything stressful. They just sat in the back of a car. So you can see as this gun, starts setting up at the back of the APC. Let me just quickly check what damage it does. Oh, +3 bonus. It's brutal.
What does bonus mean?
So bonus is that I add 3 dice to my roll.
Oh, the +3 bonus. Sorry.
Yeah, +3 bonus.
Sorry.
Yeah. And then the damage is what it gets after this. So
Come on, Zimajewski, we believe in you.
it's also, fun fact, it's armor piercing and it's fully auto as well. So they're going to roll 10. That's 10 dice. No, hang on, let me get this right. So they're going to get 1 stress anyway. They're going to roll 13 dice.
Ooh.
And it's armor piercing.
Come on, Zimajewski. We just need the
Let's go.
Grand Theft Auto like wasted screen after this.
Just the slow motion.
Let me... I'll do 6 dice first. Okay, and then roll. What did I say? Did I say 13?
Yeah.
3 successes so far, and then 1 stress dice, and a success on the stress dice. That's 4 successes.
Oh.
Wow, imagine only having 1 stress die.
I know, that's what you get for waiting in the car.
If anything, Zimajewski puts on their headphones, maybe a spare set that Roach had somewhere, and plays their own sort of mixtape, which very Guardians of the Galaxy style. And
Let's go.
And sort of mows down. Obviously, they do take their stress. Just have to work out. So that's 4. So they're gonna. Oh well, we need to do armor. That's the other thing I just check quickly.
We're an efficient team.
Yeah.
4. Yeah. So how's this going? So in total, there's 3 damage on the first one, and then there's 3 other successes, which are an extra 1. Okay. The insurgents, they usually have a hit points of sort of 5. They're both at 4 each, so they'll take 2 of the ones. Gone, instantly mowed down. Then the final UPP soldier's only taken 1 damage, but will take the full brunt of that first one, 3, and then another hit, 1. So Zimajewski just comes and completely obliterates them. There is the only thing I would say is the car is still going. So we're going to do a final quick check for everyone. I would like an agility mobility for those people who are outside the office to get out of the way.
Oh boy.
Let's not run you all over.
Oh.
Iona's going to try and
-2
stop.
on this.
What a way to
Come on,
go.
Iona.
That would
I
be so
know.
funny.
Oh gosh.
And I still have a -2 as well.
They
Same.
do currently, yes. So they're going to do a agility piloting check to see if they can stop this vehicle.
Just 5, 3.
Drift, drift, drift.
Tokyo Drift. Right. Okay. Good.
What do people get?
2
Two successes?
successes
Mhm.
and a 1 on the stress die.
Come to you in a second. 2 successes for Dante, no stress.
1 success, 1 stress.
All right, let's roll those panic checks. As you see, you do get out of the way. Also, Iona rolled 2 successes. I'd be like, coming straight for you.
Oh, that is
An 8
8. Okay.
again.
That's fine. You still keep your trembling still. You're still quite hyped on the adrenaline. And Roach,
would have been 8, but nerves of steel. It's only a 6.
you keep it together. Just if anything, there's a moment where you wheel around, you see this car coming straight towards you, and you just go, ah! And it just straight in front of you.
Just looking at the car.
Chaplain, you've seen all this out of the window, I will say. It is your turn next. We're going to come out of combat, but you have a turn. Basically, you've just arrived and you said resistance is futile, essentially, and behind you and a car coming into the warehouse. The sort of insurgent that's looking up at you is like, oh God. Oh God! No! Look, I'll tell you anything you want. I just please don't hurt me. I don't know much, but I could tell you anything you want. Please, please.
Whatever you know, start talking.
Okay.
Who are you messaging and about what?
We were messaging the people back at the compound. They were saying that we wanted to say that our contacts were here, ready to pick up the Marines.
Indeed.
They said they were here waiting for them. We've not had any response from them for some time.
Interesting. What is the last you heard from them?
And they said that they'd got both of them, the remaining 2, and they said they had them at the compound, and they was just taking a moment to get over safely.
Right. Where is your compound located?
It's in District West. It's near the Katakata Parks. Please, I've got a family. I was just doing this to get some money and maybe to get us off Moon.
You're doing very good. Team, are we clear out there? That's into the
Check.
into
It's
the
clear.
And kicking.
Yeah.
I think so.
There's
You
bits
kick
of
it.
debris. The car.
Yeah.
There's lots of debris from the car. There's the explosions. There's scorch marks. There's bits burning. The oil drum, thankfully, hasn't tipped over or anything like that.
Intact. Yeah.
Because you were very good. You didn't miss a shot. You didn't explode anything, so you got your successes.
I won't go over the calls, but you might hear a stressed out sound from Roach as they just sort of like hug the front of this car that very nearly ran into them. Like,
You're like,
oh.
yeah, with the breath on the
Yeah.
bonnet.
Well, seems like it's your lucky day, as you met me instead of the rest of my team.
Okay.
Is there anything else in this room that I should be aware of other than your radio?
No, we I had like, and sort of points to the wall. I had a gun, but you kind of
I'll
dealt
take
with this.
that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you
Take
get
it,
another. It's
strap it over
another.
my
It's one
shoulder.
of those assault rifles.
Fine.
yeah.
You're doing very good.
Okay.
Hey, team, you guys could come in here if you
all
want.
right.
Okay.
It's a push door. There we go.
That was my
Or
main
the
pulling it, and I was
APC.
like, wait, cars.
Yeah, you're like,
inside.
No,
Just
no,
have to
Iona goes,
scoot over to
no,
open it.
Iona goes, I'm sorry, the child locks are on. I don't know why we've got them.
Can you open it? There's
I'm
child
trying.
locks.
I'm trying. Sorry, I got
The
very
war
excited. I almost
for
run
people.
over Roach. I'm sorry.
A
I'm sorry.
military vehicle.
Sponsored by Toyota.
You get out of the window instead. Like,
Yeah. She is short, so she just kind of
I will say you all meet up in the manager's office, and yeah, you just see this very scared-looking gentleman, probably early 20s, a little bit of a scraggly beard, that 5 o'clock shadow, looking terrified. And yeah, you get the same information that he has been sending the signal out, hoping that the people at the compound who appear to have those packages would hear and come deliver them to the UPP contacts, which are here. Well, not anymore.
Jizz, 2 of them.
Yeah. 2 Marines left.
Sounds like
I
you
say
know where
I'm
to
probably
go.
doing like squats because I've got shaky legs.
Yeah.
And just
You
trying to,
take a
like,
seat. You take a seat. Yeah.
yeah.
Do
2
we want
Marines
to
left.
do we want to see if they ever deliver the package, or should we go to their compound and find out why they haven't delivered yet?
We'll meet them there.
Yeah,
Option
we
two.
go
Yeah.
there. We go to them. We are like, we have shown these UPP people what professional freaking colonial marines can do. Like,
Exactly. Yes.
they do not
I mean,
stand
I'm
a
fucking
chance.
jazzed. I finally got to
What?
shoot something.
I know, right? Like, we just took him to pieces. No
And
offense.
look, not a
little-
scratch on us. We're
Yeah.
fucking invincible.
I don't even have to patch you guys up.
Exactly.
Good work.
So,
Ignore
yeah.
my
I
frostbite.
could do
it's
with
fine.
like a shoulder massage maybe, but no, other than that.
Captain Silver, you can see your radio is going, indicating you have an incoming call.
Oh, excuse me. She's gonna
God.
step out.
Oh, God.
Just take it.
Captain Silver, Major Hatfield. Just wanted to check in. It's been roughly 2 hours since we last checked in. How goes your progress?
Actually, it's going quite well. We have a read on where the other 2 might be and are heading to that location right now.
Where? Where is this location?
It's at a compound in the up north
Southwest.
here in the oil fields
You mean District West?
in District West. I've been here the whole time.
Yes. Yes, we had reports of shooting and fire going over on there in the residential district. Are you sure that's where your the final is your information true?
We're gonna double check on that. We're gonna double check on that, verify it before we go all the way over there.
Well, once you do, Captain, we have a few extra resources here. I've been told from higher ups we can offer you a drop ship should you need it.
All right. That would be ideal for sure. So
Instead of having to go through the compound, if that is where your suggest is, and we've sort of had a quick scan of the map and stuff, there's definitely a higher insurgent presence there. We can at least drop you in the middle of the place should you need to.
okay, the AWOLs are with the insurgency, so it does check out that they would be there with all of our sources.
Okay. Make sure, if that is the case, then you know the drill. Mission: bring back the Marines, take out anyone who's spoken to them in case they have the intelligence. Understood, Marine?
Understood.
Roger, over and out.
Over and out.
Line goes dead. So, Captain Silver, this information. So you have at your disposal a Cheyenne dropship. These are pretty sleek things. They can get you to over places. You can rappel down from them. They also have quite heavy firepower should you need it.
All right. Yeah.
Seen what the van can do.
Let's go,
That's just a
Marines.
van,
Let's
man.
go, Marines. We're the bad guys, but
Yeah.
we get a dropship.
Now we're protagonists.
Hoorah.
It's worth
Hoorah.
keeping in mind. If we haven't heard from them in a while and we know what happened to the fate of the other 2 Marines, there is a chance that's perhaps happened there.
Oh no, the things in their chests.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So if that's already gotten out, we might be we don't know what we're going into, but it could be that there's
Oh.
We dealt
Well,
with one
maybe we-
before.
Pick up some of these flaming barrels and just sort of drop them from the drop ship onto
solid
any
choice. Yeah,
alien
okay,
presence we find.
I like that. I like that, Chaplain. You're growing on me very slightly. My respect for you has gone up. Yes, let's take the oil and then we set it
No,
on
I
fire.
actually don't
I'm
think
gonna
that
have
would
to.
work.
I'm gonna have to
Yes,
say no.
barrels
to
of
No,
flammable
it's a
liquid.
terrible
I'm
idea.
on the ship.
Gonna have to
Yes.
pull rank here and say no. No
Oh,
burning oil
man.
barrels on the dropship.
Oh man.
we
Why?
do know that bullets wasn't a good idea, given everything that happened.
Yeah. In more serious suggestions, I do know I did see very handily out my window some insurgents got, to put it lightly, and they had some grenades on them that sadly they didn't get to use. I don't know if we might
Be a
be able to
shame if
find a
those went
better
to waste.
purpose for them. Exactly.
It's recycling. It's
Yes,
Exactly.
both
We
the two UPP soldiers had 4 grenades each.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, everyone.
Nothing goes to waste
Fine.
here.
That's the United America's motto.
Yeah, we're saving planets, not
Even with their
taking over
soldiers.
them.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind having a couple of those. I'm not going to use them on people, but xenomorphs.
Why not? What do you mean you don't use people?
Because I cannot, and also I do not wish to.
The xenomorphs.
Xenomorphs, however,
is that what they're called?
Is that
Those,
what
like,
they're-
big
is that
old,
the
like,
name?
I just sort of came up with that. Ignore me.
Well, because we were xeno.
Okay.
You did use a term back when you were telling us what you'd been reported. Plus, I imagine Roach has heard it, right? When I was told,
Yeah.
no one's going to believe you. Don't worry about it.
I don't know if they would have given a name to it.
No.
Roach. That's the only thing. This is the first time Chaplain
Sorry.
would have said this.
Did I say xenomorph? I meant strange alien thing.
Roll credits.
Alien much.
Extraterrestrial biological life forms.
Yeah,
So
precisely.
what's the plan? Are you going to get the dropship, or are you going to APC it? Like Iona will say, I'm very happy to stay with the car. Turns out I need to
love
do a bit
Iona.
more driver's ed, I think.
You
What did
just
you
did
do?
wonderful.
Wow,
Wonderful.
that was
Wonderful.
great. That was so good, Iona.
That's
Iona,
really
you're a champion.
I
You're a
am
hero. Do not play yourself
sweating.
down. You are freaking hero.
I wouldn't go in the driver's seat just now. It is wet from sweat.
Gross.
Oh, okay. Like
I mean,
I've had to be with.
We're all kind of sweaty apart from when we're freezing cold, and so yeah, it's all right. We're in the same boat.
Okay.
You did great. You're getting us from point A to point B.
I mean, I could drive the APC so it's at the compound, but if you want to be able to get in.
Yeah, in
That's
case we
cool.
need a
Yeah.
quicker getaway than a dropship. Is there any way to verify the information from this?
I thought you were just gonna threaten him some.
Yeah, you could either do
Verify.
a empathy manipulation check, or you could do
Oh, Hammer can help.
or a command check if you wanted to see.
Oh man, I'm better at command, but I'm gonna try to go empathy manipulation.
All right.
Can Hammer, like,
And-
crack her neck and Knuckles and just stand behind him?
Yes, absolutely. That's a
help.
+1 to your base dice, Captain Silver.
Okay, wonderful. And I'm just gonna be like, we really need this information to be verified before we go risk our lives for these. Because I am manipulating, I'm gonna be to try to save these Marines. So. Oop. I might need to push the roll.
Oh, do it.
Let
Push
me see. I
the
get
roll.
1. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, the +1. is what gave me a success.
Well done, Hammer. Hammer's like behind Captain Silver's
Yeah,
neck.
let's go. And then
Uh,
stress. I did a fail on the stress.
This has been an emotional roller coaster happening in this thing. So yeah, let's do a panic roll, please. Do a d6 plus your stress level.
Okay, so that I rolled a 1 on it, so a 6 total.
Whoa. Yeah, you keep it together. You were just sort of going up to this person. You say, we need to know if this is correct, because if it's not, there is lies at stake, not just of the Marines, but of your friends, the insurgents, this whole planet.
This whole planet going down.
This person, like, yeah. No, that it's Botas's, it's Imra's Botas's house. He has it's his compound. He said that was the best place for them because he can keep them under lock and key and keep an eye on them, and it's the most put together thing. And then he sent us out to be here to await the UPP and then to let them know. And yeah, please don't hurt me, please. I just want to get back to my family at the spaceport. Okay, I just, you know, I'm way in over my head. I just please.
No, go to your family. It's not safe here anymore, so just get to the spaceport.
He sort of looks around and goes, okay. And sort of gets up slowly.
No, you're good. You're good to go.
Isn't really looking at you, Captain Silver, is looking at the rest of your team. And slowly makes their way out of the office. And then sprints, like properly sprints. But they're not zigzagging. They're not hiding behind anything. Does anyone do anything?
Do they know
pull
about
up the gun? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, do they know about
I do that though, but no.
I mean,
the Marines haven't been here, so
apparently not. But
no knowledge of the incidents. All right.
As far as
we don't know what I don't know what the knowledge is.
Technically, according to our orders, that guy absolutely should be dealt with. But you know what?
Nah.
Captain Silva's orders are more immediate right now.
Yeah.
We've got bigger problems.
You know, it's not fun to shoot someone in the back unless you're Hammer, who likes shooting people in the back.
She's thinking about it.
Yeah,
but orders are orders, and Silva
I did also kill that guy in cold
go.
blood, but you know what? I fully believed he was full of an alien, so you know.
I still think that was a mistake.
You don't know about it. It's fine. Well, no, you technically
I do know about it.
If you know who the weedy one is, yeah.
So let's jump forward a little bit ahead in time and go to the compound. So I assume, please correct me if I'm wrong, my wonderful Charlie team, you are going to take the dropship because it's cool.
It's cool.
Mostly that.
Yeah,
it's mainly the reason.
The APC Iona and Zimajewski will be with, and they will go and be close by to the main gates of this compound. It's actually quite easy to find it when you look at it on the map and you sort of triangulate where stuff is. And yeah, you maybe wait a couple of minutes as they set off in the APC. You're out in the cold, but not too long, thankfully, as the sort of overhead, this huge dropship sort of comes down and you board it. Just for fun facts, let me tell you what's in the dropship that you could use. You don't have to, but you could. So in the dropship, we have some very, very fancy weapons. I actually have a card for them, which I cannot find close to hand. Nope. So I'll just say what they have from here. So the dropship has. It is a Chan dropship. We have a 25 millimeter Gatling gun. We have a Banshee 70 unguided rocket launcher. How fun. You have several Hellhound 2 tactical missiles. And then some Headlock air-to-air missiles. Now, you'll know that these particular missiles, before you do anything, before you before you do your Dukes of Hazzards in the sky, you would know that the unguided rocket launcher can hit anything. Like, it's very, very powerful. It's also full auto as well. The Hellhound can only target ground vehicles and buildings. And then the air-to-air missile launcher can only target air vehicles. So if you want to target everything, that would be that unguided rocket launcher and the Gatling gun, just to let you know that. But let's go. If it's not already up, Producer Darcy, could we have the compound map available for us, please? Look at that. Seamless. Sorry. Shouts to no one. Let me also look at my version of this map. So as you can see from the compound, if we sort of the sort of longer triangulated one, you can see there is a bit of a yard. As you sort of like, you get maybe a quick map of the area. You see that there is a yard and like a little sort of guard shack, I would say, like a shed with some people outside. And then in the actual sort of walled off bit, there seems to be a very small looking square building. And looking at the top of it, you can see there's a huge transmitter as well as a skylight. Judging from sort of the intel that the Major Hatfield has sort of given you and some of the other sort of people in the area, you suggest that there are about 7 insurgents rocking around the yard at least. There doesn't seem to be anyone on the roof currently though, but they're sort of all milling around, just sort of looking on guard or looking around stuff, but they don't seem to have moved from their position in the yard.
Oh, please drop a hammer on the roof.
Uh-huh. Or drop a hammer through the skylight.
Just
Wow, like
Just
a
Captain
wrestling
America
move.
drop down.
3-point landing, everything.
Yeah. You've got to go pro wrestler with that.
I mean, how could we not allow that? Like, it's way too cool. Yeah, if it's rusted, we might need to get you a tetanus shot, but
That's fine.
We'll worry
I'm
about
caught
that
up on
later.
I'm caught up on my vaccines. That's good.
So it sounds like you're going to direct the dropship to drop you over the roof. So they're going to fly quite high, roughly about maybe 30 meters or so above the roof, and then you're going to very coolly sort of to rappel down onto the roof with ropes and stuff. Is there anything you're doing on the way over there? It's quite quiet, this ship. They actually fly quite high before coming in slowly but surely, because they want to make sure they have the literal drop on these insurgents as well. Is there anything that you folks are doing just to give you that moment before we go into it?
Can we use the motion tracker one last time?
You
Sure.
can if you
Well,
like.
not
Yes,
last time,
that's
but
such a
I
good
assume if we all
idea.
one on the...
yeah.
Why did
Might
I
be.
say last time? Oh no.
Before
we all
Hammer.
The other thing I'd
No,
say
not
as well,
hammer. Jill.
the other thing I would say, because I keep forgetting this, technically this is a little bit of quiet time. You're sort of preparing yourself, so your stress level goes down by 1.
Oh yeah.
Take it. Chaplain, let's roll the power supply, please.
Alrighty. No one's.
No one's excellent.
No
Yeah.
thanks to Jill. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. No. No. No, I'm sorry.
The dropship falls, everyone dies. Right. So
Really is
so
the
you're
end.
coming in, and as you're sort of using it again, you can see that as you're making your way into the compound, into District West, you can see there are pots of people around because you're using it outdoors. It's extreme, so up to 1 kilometer. So there's definitely quite a few people spaced in and out. And yet, as you sort of slowly come over the top, and before you make your final quick descent, you can probably tell that outside there's roughly 7 insurgents or 7 signals. Inside, though, it's very hard to read. You think the transmitter is dealing with, like, it's sort of interfering it a little bit, so you don't get as good a read on it. But there's definitely a heat source coming from the building. Quite a few people are in this building.
The transmitter is also on the roof.
Transmitter is on the roof, yes.
They haven't been talking to anyone, so they haven't been
Right.
talking to their buddy.
We'll make sure they don't talk to anyone.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to stay with the dropship?
You think
I
so?
feel like that's smart, but not fun.
I was in to use the dropship.
Yeah. And
Calm though, right?
there's so many weapons there, you know.
Yeah, we could be like, Iona, blast things.
Iona stayed
Iona's
with the
with
car.
the car.
I'm with the car.
Oh
It says, yeah.
no! Oh, wrong vehicle. Oh,
Sponsored
No,
by
no,
Toyota.
it's fine. It's fine. I got Zimajewski to be here. if
oh,
needed.
see, oh, but I wanted Iona. But Iona's my favorite. But I miss Iona.
I mean,
Captain, I miss her.
why did
We'll
you
get
say
her if
this
one of us
before?
dies.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
What? Huh? Line cuts off.
Do not wish that on us too soon.
Zimajewski can blast things from the ship, right?
So both Iona and Zimajewski are in the APC currently.
Oh, sorry.
So you are no. Do not worry. You are all 5 of you are in the dropship. So yes, one of you could stay in the dropship. But equally, you probably know that they might fly off because you don't know what the insurgents have in terms of firepower either. They might also have something that might hit the dropship.
We don't want to lose the dropship. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But if no one's piloting it, will it come back to get
There
us?
is there is a pilot.
Crew in it.
There is a pilot.
We were
but
given
yeah,
a pilot.
they won't
Okay.
blast
Can we
things.
request that they don't go too far in case we need extracted? Do we have a means of communicating with them?
We also have the APC with Iona and Zimajewski.
Yeah,
What's their name and backstory, Fiona?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
They're just a
I'm
person
sorry.
called Fiona, and they're like, I'll stay around as long as you need me to.
Aw.
But
Okay.
at the same time, I've got my orders from Major Hatfield that this is this is
Expensive.
only meant for this mission because there should be no ships flying technically. So
Oh.
Right.
yeah.
Quick question. Are any of these weapons targeted enough that we can take the transmitter out before we go down?
Absolutely. So yeah, I think the Hellhound could do it.
Right.
And what was the other one I was saying? There's the air one which wouldn't do it. So the looking at the unguided rocket launcher could definitely do it, and the tactical mission, the Hellhound 2 could also do it as well.
My
It would
only
be a
concern
huge explosion.
is that they would then know we were coming, and that kind of
That's true.
defeats the purpose of us Mission Impossible dropping onto the roof.
Yeah.
I was
How stuffy
thinking,
were you all again?
hey,
Super
we
stealthy.
did the thing.
Also
We did
invincible.
the thing. No failures. We were fine.
We were very stealthy.
I was thinking of maybe before disabling the transmitter, I was thinking of using my amazing computer skills to try and get a beat on what transmissions are happening
Hack in.
or have happened, and then disabling it with once I've gotten some information out of it
Yeah,
in a
it's
little bit
very
of a
good-
quieter way.
Very good idea. Yeah, cut the wires.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, we should do that.
All right. So then my next question. So you're using the dropship. It's going to drop you 30 meters down. Who is going first? Pulling down.
I'll go first.
Oh, Hammer will definitely
Hammer-
do it.
Okay, Hammer, go first.
If you don't want to,
Everyone's
Hammer
like,
will
I'll
volunteer.
go second.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, I'll go third, I guess. I want to get to the transmitters.
Sure.
I want to
quickly
go
as
before
possible.
Chaplin.
I
Yeah, so-
wanted to go behind him. Anyways, it's fine. That's fine.
We fight about it.
Look,
It's
look, I'm
very,
the captain, and I say rock, paper, scissors over it.
Okay.
As soon as somebody opened the mouth of who should go for Hammer was already going down.
Yeah, yeah.
We already knew
yeah,
Hammer
for
was going
sure.
first.
Hammer's
Yelling
going down.
timber.
So
Yeah.
just so I know. So it sounds like Hammer, then Dante, then Chaplin, and then who goes from Roach and Captain Silver next?
I don't mind. I'll go last so I can make sure the dropship gets.
Where it needs to go.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yes, ma'am.
So, the dropship comes in. No lights, no nothing, etc. And you can see the lights from this building as well. Quite. And you just go right. 3, 2. Hammer's already gone. So Hammer, I would like you. You are no longer trembling. I would say you've managed to reduce that. Yes. So I need you to make for me a agility mobility roll, which is easy. And this means you get a +1 dice because you've trained for this. You've done this. So you're going to rappel down. So agility, mobility, +1, plus your stress. Let me know what you get.
Okay. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. Roll my stress first. That's good.
That's
I'll take it.
terrifying.
I'll take it.
I don't know. That's so much more scary than doing it last.
That's
Love
one
it.
success and no
One
ones on the stress.
Great, great.
I do it because I like to suffer.
You do. Now, here's a question for you, Hannah. You do have a success,
Mhm.
but do you want to push the roll to have some more success?
No, not this time.
Okay, okay.
Staying
You have to
strong.
ask. You have to ask. So yeah, Hammer, you go down. You are weaponed. You're kitted out, and as you get to the bottom and you unclip yourself, suddenly the skylight bursts open, and two insurgents pop out with
Oh,
RPG
Oh, no.
launchers.
oh,
Let's go into initiative.
oh,
Oh,
no.
fuck.
Oh, I don't like that.
What do you mean you don't
Fuck.
like that?
Oh.
What do you
I
mean you don't like
rolled
that?
an 8.
Okay, dokie. Let me grab my. I never have a pen to hand.
Mm,
Hammer has the surprised condition.
no.
Well, with that success hammer, what happens is that you're not stuck on the rope, because it would take your action and slow action to come all the way down. So you are actually in a good position just now.
Okay.
So that's the key thing, is like if you get one success and you're not stuck on the rope halfway, that's the thing. So that was an 8 for you, Hannah, yeah?
Yes.
What else?
Unfortunately.
Let's go for, okay, Hannah is 8. Dante, because you're going to be the next down the rope. What's your...
Ooh.
A 2. Fab. And then it is Chaplain.
Also an 8.
Excellent. We'll put you on the same. Make it easy. We'll put you on the same one rather than re-roll. Then we've got we've got Mason.
7.
7. All right, Mason. And then Captain Silver.
4.
4. Oh. Nice. All right, and then I'm going to roll my 2. My 2 lovely insurgents with their rocket launcher, their RPG, sorry. And the other one? Oh dear. So one of them got a 1, so they go first. They look up, they see Hammer, but their eyes go straight up towards the dropship.
Oh no.
And they're gonna shoot at the dropship.
Don't you dare.
One thing we didn't want to happen.
Don't you dare.
Major Hatfield's going to be well mad.
Yeah, that's the biggest of your problems. Is
Not the fact that you
gonna
could
be
all
so
die.
mad. Yeah. No,
You're like,
that
"Oh,
his
it's so
dropship's
expensive."
gone.
Our dad's gonna be so mad at us. We broke the toy.
We just want our dad to be proud of us.
Got it. I was new this morning.
Okay.
This is why we can't have
I'm only
nice
rolling
things.
4 dice. I'm only rolling 4 dice, but they get the weapon, they shoot. Fiona in the dropship goes, fuck, and pulls out the way. So whilst everyone who's about to go down, they're going to get, it's just going to be it's going to be a difficult check to get down. The dropship is not hit by the RPG. Next up is Dante. Dante, you're on the the dropship, and you're looking down, you're holding onto the rope, you're next to go. What is your plan?
Are they that? They're not that. They're not close enough that I could start rappelling down and then leap onto one at the last minute.
You totally can.
So I want to leap
Absolutely.
onto one.
Absolutely,
Please.
let's do it. So that is a agility mobility roll. It's going to be with a -1. You're going to take 1 out of it because of the way the dropship has moved. But let's see what you get in terms of successes. So agility mobility -1 plus your stress.
-1 die.
Yeah, your base die. Yeah.
See. So I'm so good at this.
Yeah.
Oh god. That's no successes on my base dice. And a 1 on my stress. Why? They were being so nice to the dice. They were my friends.
I
now.
know. Let's roll that panic check. for me,
Why have they
please.
done this?
D6 plus your stress level.
7.
Hmm.
Hi, good. No, high's bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like, "Ah!" and you go, you do
Yeah.
go, but you almost fall out of the trap. So
Yeah.
you sort of miss your fingers. So you're
Like, Bleak,
hurtling
oh no,
down.
the
Yeah, and then you're getting serious. Not
No,
enough to
no.
take damage, but you take half, like almost like that rope burn from your hands.
Oh man.
Your sudden jump
Yeah.
and scream.
Yeah.
Your stress level goes up by 1, as
Oh,
does
no.
everyone else in the dropship.
Oh no, I feel bad.
I just lost that stress.
I'm sorry.
So the only one who
Dante.
doesn't get it is Hammer.
Yes, because you're but Dante, because you didn't succeed,
Yeah.
I also need you to roll a d6 to see what happens when you get to the roof.
1 happens.
It's good, right?
It's good.
That's
Eyes
probably one of
widening
those
is always
times
good.
when it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, sure.
the good
yeah.
eye widening.
Plummet.
Plummet. It's not a good word.
You get tangled up in the rope and you can't get your thing, and you hit the ground like
Oh.
you feel a horrible snap. You currently have the condition of a broken leg.
Oh.
Bad
Next
time to
up,
break my legs.
next
It's a
up
really bad time to
is
break my
Captain
legs.
Silver. Captain Silver,
Gosh,
you're in the dropship.
dang it, Dante.
What are you doing?
I'm getting out, but not in the way Dante did.
Are you gonna just ignore the order and just go down?
Yep.
Let's do it. Ability.
Guys, don't try and jump out of the ship.
Mobility.
Oh,
agility check.
oh.
Agility,
Doesn't
mobility
work.
check. Yeah. You're
Hold
pushed
the
back,
rope.
Chaplain.
Agility, mobility, and this is a difficult check.
Yeah, -1 to your base die.
Okay.
And then a stress level.
And all the stress. Okay, that's no successes. I want to push the roll.
As long as you don't have a 1 on the stress dice, then you can do that.
You're right. I gotta roll the stress. Okay.
No.
Oh, there is a 1 on the stress.
Oh no.
Bye.
Roll that stress.
It's an 11. Wait, no, that's a 10.
So good.
I also need you to roll a d6 because you did not succeed the check as you head on down. You're following Dante.
Okay, so that's a 3.
So you were desperately trying to hang on as you're and you just see these two insurgents coming up from the roof using their guns, and you manage to land, but you land badly. You just like roll your foot slightly, so you currently have a sprained ankle.
Okay.
I'll tell you what that means. Next to you is Dante, whose ankle looks it looks a little bit worse than sprained. It's at an odd angle, should we say. That's not in the, so I'll come, yes. So sprained ankle, let me just double check what that is. Just trying to be there. That's one. Sprained ankle. Okay, so Captain Silver, you've got a -2 to your mobility, and you can't run until a medical aid roll is made. Incidentally, Dante, you can't run, but you can crawl. So there you go. So so Captain Silver, you make it down. Unfortunately, you're not steadying yourself enough to and you really hurt your ankle, but you see Dante is just lying there, probably screaming in a lot of pain. Yeah. Next up is Mason.
Yep. So me and Chaplain are still on this thing, yes.
Currently, yes.
Want to just fly off?
Yeah.
It's so tempting. Like, we'll go get help. I mean, we have to go down and help them.
There's also
You
weapons.
don't have to sound that reluctant. Jesus.
There's weapons. Well, but I can shoot from up here, or I can
You've
go
got
down
your
there.
own,
That's
you've
my.
got your
It's
own
my.
weapons.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
use the dropship as well.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got two, and there's two.
It seems to be 2 insurgents with RPG guns.
Okay.
Launchers.
Okay. Are they close to our people?
I would say the way you've sort of landed Dante literally in the middle of the roof, and they've come up through the skylight, which is a very short distance away. You would say they are, if you were going to shoot them with a big weapon, probably would catch one of the other players.
So we need precision, not AoE. I will shoot with my pulse rifle and try to tell Fiona, our pilot, to try and steady the dropship if they can. Yeah. Just to make getting down there easier, I guess.
So they won't be able to do it on this turn, unfortunately.
Yes, but it's a.
But yes, they're going to try and level it out as long as they don't get. Well, they're going to try and avoid the attacks a little bit. So what I'd say, you're going to use it sounds like you can use a fast action to aim.
Yeah,
so
definitely aiming.
+2. Who are you aiming at?
I
mean, it doesn't matter. They're not none of them are either injured, but there's one that has shot and one that is about to do something.
I'll probably go for the one that's about to do something.
Okay, so roll a agility ranged combat plus any of your bonus from your weapon.
Yeah.
And plus the 2, but minus one of the 2 because the airship is still moving about.
So okay, now that one, and then my stress.
And then do stress as well.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
dice.
12, 13 dice.
So many dice. Do it in bits if you need to.
Yeah, and that's all right. I've got them. Because I got them.
I know.
We're let's go gunnery sergeant. Okay. 3 successes, no stress. That's
Do you want to push the roll?
No, I wouldn't want to freak out trying to aim at people. It can go poorly.
The option is there.
The option is certainly there. Consider me tempted, but I shall politely decline.
Fair enough. So remind me, what is your weapon again?
I am using the M31A pulse rifle. Damages 2.
Damages 2. Is there a full auto on that either, or is it just?
It doesn't say on the sheet that I have, so I'm not sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, so how many successes you got? You have 3, right?
3, yeah.
3. Perfect. So in total, that is 2 on the first one, and then you can spend the extra ones as stunts to get an additional 1 point of damage. So that'd be 4 damage to one of them, or you could try and actually it's not full auto, it's just to one of them.
Yeah, because I'm aiming. Yeah.
Yes.
So exactly. I roll 4 damage then. 4
damage. Well, let me just double check, but I think if it's the insurgents I'm thinking of, they don't have any armor. So let me just double check.
I'm covering your backs. I'm doing what gunnery sergeants do. It's fine.
You're doing great.
Yeah, I'm not a tanky marine. I'm a ranged marine.
Yep. No armor. So one of them just hits pretty badly. They look very, very injured. I can note that. So the one that was about to go looks very, very injured.
Yeah, and I'll just I'm assuming there's some sort of like ropes is the wrong word, like the belts essentially to like hold on to keep myself steady while we're up here as well if I'm near something open.
Absolutely. Okay, it's now that insurgent that you shot. It's their go. They are bleeding profusely. They're like looking up, and then they're going to just make a quick. I think their wits is like. Just check. They're sort of looking up and they're getting their gun ready, but then they look back down at the skylights as if they've heard something, and it distracts them. Hammer, it's your go.
Okay. If I were to use my grenade at these 2 guys, it would hit Dante, right?
Will probably hit Dante, unfortunately.
Okay, so that's what I figured. So my my next
Goodbye,
plan
Dante.
is,
Hardly
since
knew
they
you.
both have very long range weapons, Hammer is going to run in close with the combat knife and try and stab one of them because they can't
Absolutely.
maneuver very fast.
Love that. Which one are you going for? Are you going for the one that's shot or the one that's really injured?
The one that's really injured.
Let's do it. Let's roll. So that is a strength close combat. And they don't have any armor, so they can't block. They can't do anything.
Seven successes. And a 1 on the stress die.
That deserves a dab. That deserves a
Holy
dab. Listen. Okay, yeah.
I mean,
Let's go.
We gotta roll.
Let's-
No. Let's roll that.
No.
Producer Darcy, you are perceived eating popcorn at this amazing combat. Let's roll that. Let's roll that.
It's a 7.
The 7 total. Oh dear. Your stress level goes up again. And
Yep.
Dante, Captain Silver, you can see as is running in, your stress level also goes up as well. And the other thing I'd say, I'd completely forgotten about this, because Captain Silver, you also you rolled what did you write? You rolled a 9, I think, from your previous panic roll. It's a drop an item. I would like you at some point to discover that you've lost your signature item. Oh, Hammer. You've rushed in. You're how do you obliterate this this person? Because they're just like they're like and you just are on them super quick, unnaturally quick. How do you destroy them, Hammer?
Hammer runs up and it just definitely lets out like a yell of like stress and god damn it, this is not how it's supposed to go, and like basically tackles this person and just drives the knife like kind of like into the base of their throat.
Yeah. Like the scream stops instantly. Next up I have is Chaplain. You're back on the dropship. You can see chaos happening below you.
Chaplain has like one hand is like on the edge of the door frame, and one hand is like on the controls of the Gatling gun, and looks like they're a little bit like torn internally, and then sees like it's actually going all right. I should probably get down there, and goes down and
All right, that's an agility mobility
shakes their head.
check. Yeah, let's go. Let's see. It's an easy. It's so it's still with a -1. Sorry, because it's still in the same round.
Okay, so that's I'm just making sure that I'm rolling the right amount. So that's 6 minus 1, 5. That's a 6. 1 success.
Yep. You take it. You go down at. It's almost like Hammer. If you sort of look up after you're covered in blood, it's the same sort of like. Not as cool as you, because they don't have as many weapons as you, but they sort of come down in that same ease compared to the 2 previous people who came down, which one was like, ah, and one was like, ah. You're like, god damn it, the android gets it. But that is your whole turn, unfortunately, Chaplain, because you've used that whole thing and you unclip yourself, but you will buy for ease the transmitter should you need to be.
I land and say, it's Hammer time. Wait.
No,
that's my line.
All right.
Like, I think Chaplain was just really graceful going down. full
very Mary
full
Poppins,
android
like.
style. Yeah, android style.
So top of the round, Fiona in the dropship gets it back under control, and unfortunately the surgeon that would go next is dead because Hammer obliterated them. So next up is Dante on the ground. You are in severe pain, so you can crawl, but you can still do stuff. Like you can still shoot if you've got a weapon, you've got your grenades. What is it that you want to do?
there one left up here, yeah?
One left up here. It has taken a little bit of damage.
And if I have a medium, if I have a medium or long, like what's the?
It does. That's just the extent
Fine.
it can go to. You can do
So really no penalty for close up.
only if you're like engaged.
Okay.
And you're
yes.
not
Oh, no,
engaged with this
yeah,
person.
okay. I'm on
Yeah.
the floor. I'm on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a while. And once I've finished screaming, I'm gonna be like, actually, you know what? I'm probably fine. And I will. What shall I shoot it with? I'm gonna shoot them with a pulse rifle.
Yeah. Do
I
it.
think.
Do it. Ranged combat.
Right.
So agility, ranged combat. I'd say you wouldn't be able to aim because you're in. I'd say you've used your fast action to scream. So you can do that, but it's plus your stress as well.
I'm going to try and turn my scream of pain into what sounds like maybe a more intimidating scream, so that people don't think.
It turns out some people can hear you scream in space.
Hey!
Roll credits.
Yeah.
Okay, plus, what did I say? Pulse rifle. Did I say that? Yes, I did.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's
Plus
only bonus for your
1.
pulse rifle as well. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So on the base dice, that's 1 success,
Fantastic.
and then my stress is all up all over the place. Oh no, right? Everyone else just stressing me out again. Oh, okay, well it's already 1-1. 1 got lost. Reroll that, and a 1 on the stress.
Oh, let's do that quick panic roll then. You're aiming around. You're sort of shooting.
That's only a 5 on the panic roll.
A 5. You keep it together. But you did get a success, right? From earlier?
And I got 1 success. Yes.
Fantastic. What's the damage on your pulse rifle? Was it 2?
2.
2. Okay. That insurgent, you sort of wheel round and you're screaming like, ah! You know,
Not so bad.
Yeah. You feel pretty rough at this point.
I'll probably be fine.
They take the damage, though. They take the damage because they don't have any armor. Captain Silver, you are next. Dante has just shot at the final remaining insurgent, who was looking back at something. But you are down. You can't run, but you can definitely get over there. What are you planning on doing? If you want to go over there, you can also shoot from where you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stand, putting weight on the good leg. I'm gonna shoot with my service pistol.
Nice. So roll agility, range combat, plus any bonus that your service pistol gives you, and then with your stress as well.
Okay, so that is 4 successes, and then let's roll some stress. Ooh, and then 1 stress. So
1 on the stress die.
Yeah. So and that'll be max. So that is a 12. On the panic.
So that aim would be true. You would have destroyed this person. But there is a moment because you see something. Just behind this person, out of the skylight comes almost like a rope. A horrible black spindly rope. That sort of pulls and gets closer towards me, and you scream, Captain Silver. So, you scream. You scream your lungs out for 1 full round. Losing your next slow action. Your stress level, Captain Silver, goes down by 1 because you let out a good scream.
You know what? Sometimes you just gotta
Primary therapy. It's a thing, yeah.
However, Dante and Hammer, your stress level goes up by 1.
That's fair.
Yeah, I guess that's not a great sign, is it?
Back to 7.
I'm so cool under pressure.
And whoever hears your scream must also do a panic roll. So, Hammer, Dante, roll your d6 and add
blood
the stress
spatter.
level. Yep, use a blood spatter.
Plus my stress level?
Plus your stress level. D6 plus your stress level.
My panic roll is 8.
8.
Mine is 12.
Oh,
This is what I love about Alien, is that we have cascading panic
Mm,
checks
it's so
happening.
cascading.
So
no.
Dante, we'll start with you. You are like you were desperately. You suddenly see this thing as well. You start to tremble.
I don't want to see it. I don't
You
want to
see
see
whatever
it.
this horrible.
No,
It's so
no.
quick. You get you're trembling, so you get a -2 to any mobility checks. Hammer, unfortunately, you also scream. You're very close to the skylights, and so you scream. Your stress level goes down by 1.
Hey,
Dante
nice.
and Captain Silver, your stress level goes up by 1.
It's cascading.
And you must both of you make a panic roll. I did say we were going to
Wait a sec.
finish this. I'm
Wait
going
a
to finish
sec.
this combat.
In the middle of this,
Yes,
I mean,
please.
this might happen twice.
Yes.
No, it's fine. In the middle of this, I am going to randomly fire my gun.
Do it.
Just
Yeah, makes sense at this point. Yeah, you're just like
no, I have to.
Mason is
It's
up
my
there
thing
thinking,
happening.
here's another one of my teams about to
I
just
just-
get
I just
destroyed
rolled
in front of me.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
rolled
rolled
a
Evelyn is just standing there like,
Yeah, you rolled your stress.
I rolled a
thing, yeah.
natural 1. I don't know how you decide who, if anyone, it hits, but I did just.
Oh, I will come to that. Don't worry. Let's do
yeah.
the panic roll first, and then we'll
Panic,
come
the,
to your
the panic is another
shooting.
8. Oh no,
Yeah.
it's 9.
9. Okay,
Oh, I'm panicking. Oh, I'm
Dante, you
panicking.
also will drop an item.
Oh no!
I think
I need that.
It'll be cruel to take. It'll be cruel to take another signature item off someone. But what else have you got in terms of your weapons, Dante?
My weapons. Well, I've got my grenade launcher, blast. I've got an RPG launcher, damage 5. And then I've got my pulse rifle, which I just used, and a service pistol.
I think let's retcon a little bit. I think
I'm rolling
when
on the ground.
If
Yeah.
you hit on the ground, you see your grenade launcher fly off into the night.
My baby!
It's gone.
My
Shooting into the sky at this point. Captain Silver, what did you get in your panic roll?
I got a 10.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 12, and I was like, this can't keep going. 10. You freeze in place, Captain Silver.
Oh man.
Yeah. You
Oh boy.
you scream. Oh yeah, you sorry, you're right, because it doesn't stack. Sorry, I forgot. So sorry. Anything lower doesn't add to it. So you aren't frozen in place, but you finish screaming. So all you've done is that you've lost your slow action stuff.
Okay.
So the cascade ends. But the insurgent looks around and something wraps around their leg and pulls them violently into the skylight. The glass breaks. You hear them scream as they are sort of grasping, desperately trying to get in. And now you all hear it, even Mason in the dropship. This whole time, there's been no gunfire other than your own. And now that it's suddenly stopped, you can hear that on the ground floor of this building, there are screams and there are gunfire. Something is happening inside the compound. But we're going to have to leave it there because we've gone well over time. I just wanted to finish that combat because, a juicy panic roll cascade there. Fantastic. Well done, my wonderful team. We are moments away from the end of Act 1, but I will leave it till next time. I can't let you go get it just yet. But thank you so much for everyone for watching. I really appreciate you being here. We're going to do a quick outros if that's okay with people. Just keep it as quick as you can because I appreciate we do have a hard stop at 10:30 tonight. So let's start with Captain Silver, who is heroically returned from the break. Abigail, please plug where people can find you if you're not rolling your ankle on the top of a building.
You can find me and all the stuff on my link tree. We're good.
Fantastic. Thank you, Abigail. Shamini, Dante, let's go.
Hey, you can find me on Twitter or Blue Sky. Come look me up.
Go check those out there. Let's go for Hannah, please, Jill.
Hi, I'm Jill. I played Hammer, and you can also find me on my card.
I think I've broken them, everyone. I'm so sorry. Humaloo, please.
Hi. Yeah, you can also find me at my link tree, but I will plug though, on Sunday, me and Hammer, you can see us playing Hobbits here on this very channel. It'll be a wonderful, wholesome time.
Yes.
Yes, if
It's
you want
so
to
good.
spot the Easter egg alien in Hobbits, do let me know if you find them. And then last but by no means least, Chaplin, our wonderful, wonderful android. Please take it away.
I'm Emily. I'm Emily. I got a link tree. Hire me to do silly voices, please, or play games for you.
Wink. Fantastic. And yet my name is Fiona. I've been the one that's been terrorizing my players with little bits of story for this time evening. I'm the game over for Alien, which is what you've been seeing here today. I also run a podcast, What Am I Rolling, DM's Book Club, all those good things. But I always try and recommend another RPG if you know things that you like, just because it's quite nice to promote other things that aren't necessarily the big ones. So if you like horror, do you like folk horror, I'm going to have to plug Solemn Veil, which is a folklore horror game by Dirty Vortex. I'm actually, again, it is connected to something I'm doing. I'm running an actual play UK stream of of Solemn Veil. It's great. It's nice to it's really go into that sort of the very British vibe of the 1970s and scare the pants off people. Tell you what though, telling people to drink water and be careful of the water in the same stream is fantastic. Yeah, I've never seen people look so scared. So please check it out. We're doing that tomorrow, the final part. I know what at 8 p.m. On the Actual Play UK channel. But I really recommend checking out the book as well. The mechanics are very simple and straightforward, but the setting is just some really juicy things. If you like folk horror, definitely worth checking it out. As always, if you're like, I love what you're doing here, but I bet I can be better than Fiona, who can't come up with another name for a dropship captain other than Fiona. You can apply via the creator app, which you will see on the Twitters, on anywhere that if you even message one of the council, I'm sure they will send you a link to it as well, because we want to hear stories of all kinds, not just ones about aliens. We want to, we feature a whole load of different systems here. We'd also give advice and sort of help with people who are new to streaming as well. If it's your first time running a game on stream, do not worry, that will not hinder you here. So if you want to find out more about Girls Run These Worlds, check out the website. Help us spread the word, tweet the tweets, sign up to the Ko-Fi and like just support the stories that we're doing here. Give a sub to people as well so that they can watch it without having to deal with those horrible ads. I'm going to quickly look and see if there's anything else I should be saying. Darcy, is there any raids at all, or if there's any other casting? I'm going to look. Oh, yes, there is. Roll for Felicity. Oh, our wonderful friend, Roll for Felicity. Yes, I was in a game with them for Inspire Isles, which is a cracking RPG system, which you can check out as well. Thank you so much. And of course, amazing work to Darcy, who not only kept us safe whilst we were streaming, dealing with those spoiling people, but also got our captain in and rearranged everything. So honestly, amazing job. We could not have done that without our wonderful Darcy. And probably, who knows, our Marines might have died without that APC just coming in through the building. So anyway, thank you so much. We'll be back next week for episode 5 of Alien Destroyer of Worlds. And until then, we're going to wave our creepy alien waves. And we'll see you next week. Bye.